trip, I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin. Yeah. I'm okay.
Well, yours never works. You just have to accept that at some point.
I know.
You're the only one. It's like, hey, it's not.
It doesn't pop up when I.
Sometimes you gotta just pop out.
What up, though? And welcome to Woodward Heavyweights Live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm Easy, joined by Spimo Rax.
Hello.
Young Chris, Nicholas Kohloff.
Let's go.
AKA Microwave Mario. We got Caleb in the building, too.
What's going on?
Chris, man.
What's up, man? I heard I tuned into the show, which was fun, by the way, to be like a viewer instead of actually a part of it.
Yeah, get used to it, buddy. You're fired.
Yes, it was a good show.
It was a good time, man. You guys said some salacious things. You know, this wasn't no Diddy party. This wasn't nothing like that, man. It was a good time. It was a good kickback. Shout out to my boy Isaiah and good company, good vibes. It was fun though. It was fun though to watch. We were in the pool and then we had like a big TV that was broadcasting the Kendrick concert, and it was dope.
That's dope.
Damn.
It was dope.
That sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
That does sound pretty fun. Shout out to Kendrick, by the way.
Shout out to Kendrick, bro.
Not a single time have I ever watched a concert from the comfort of my home.
I honestly think that was the most legendary moment in hip-hop.
It's one of them.
It was.
It's truly a moment.
Like, the one I compare it to is like Donda. Donda was really like the listening party of that was really cool, but this is like a bigger moment. Like, if you want to like nerd out,
He
but
brought out,
To be honest,
bro.
I'm gonna say no because I didn't know that Donda was a thing. I didn't know what you're talking
The
about.
Donda listening party.
you didn't watch that? Oh, that was incredible.
Yeah, that was legendary.
That was incredible.
Fill me in.
It was just he went song by song. They had sets and
Premiering it for the
stuff.
first time.
Choreography. It was really good.
Yeah.
That's dope.
But
Gotta check it
yeah,
out.
he brought out Tyler, Westside Boogie, Roddy Rich, obviously Ab-Soul, J-Rock, Schoolboy Q, Dr. Dre. Like,
Which give Ab-Soul a verse at least, man.
Yeah.
He was just up there singing 616 in LA.
yeah, Ab-Soul was. It was cool to see
That's his
like
punishment for
them
doing the
like
track with
helping him.
Cole.
Fair. Actually, very fair
Yeah,
point.
and someone said Schoolboy Q is a real friend, like
Sure.
to tell J. Cole to you don't want none of this. like don't dip your toe in this beef.
But he's being a friend of both of them.
Yeah.
Could've got ugly.
Oh, man.
Fuck your son.
He's being a friend to Kendrick.
No, he's being
He's
a friend,
being a friend of both. All right?
No, he was being a good friend to J. Cole.
Grippy.
That's
Hey, real quick, if you guys don't know what we're talking about, let's provide some
Grippy.
context. You're probably like 3 minutes in the show, wondering what the hell we're talking about. Last night, Kendrick Lamar did a live show. I saw it was called Ken and Friends, and I also saw it was called
Yeah,
The Pop
it was
Up.
The
Which one was
Pop-Up.
it?
That's the full title. Ken
Okay.
and Friends to pop out.
All right. So Kendrick did a on Amazon stream.
Mhm.
If you had Amazon Prime, you could have watched the Kendrick Lamar concert where he. By the way, no songs from the latest
Mr.
album.
Morale?
Yeah, just to prove a point there on that. But either way, it was a moment
short set
because
list.
he started it with Euphoria, which was the first diss first shot he sent, or no, it's actually second shot technically.
shot.
Yeah.
They sent at Drake, the 6-minute diss, and obviously that one's grown. That one's aged like wine.
Times on the way here today.
It's a banger, aged like wine for sure.
I loved it. From the
What is the braids?
Dude.
What's
I
the
was
praise?
I was bumping that at work when Monty got fired.
Yeah.
I was bumping Euphoria.
You don't want to hear me no more? Okay.
Continued on. I think it was DNA after that. Either way, he did all of his best songs, a lot of his best songs from his later work, and then he ended it with "They Not Like Us"
5 times.
5 times.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the first time
He
he didn't even rap a single word
That's
because
the
the
second time.
audience.
Second time,
Was
yeah.
it the second time?
Yeah.
Okay.
First time he
First
went,
time he had Dr. Dre intro it.
No, yes,
which
yeah,
was
so that, yeah,
legendary.
yeah. It was
He said,
crazy.
"Let him cook." I was like, oh no, dude.
You know, and
Fuck Canada. Fuck Drake. Get out of here, you pedophile. Don't come back. Like, oh my god.
Chris, make sure you
It's
download that
great.
Kelly Stafford video too. By the
He
way,
actually did it 5 times, fellas.
Five
Five
What?
times in a
Yeah.
row.
That's insane.
Yeah, and
and it
was-
didn't even
hit
feel like
every
5
time.
times. Yeah, it didn't even feel like 5 times.
Damn, I did not know that.
Yes.
That's
Listen,
wild.
the third time, Russell Westbrook just comes out of nowhere. The
Flash Rose.
That
Before
was
then,
crazy.
LeBron was in the crowd too.
Brown was vibing.
Yeah.
And then DeMar DeRozan comes out,
Yeah.
former Toronto Raptor.
Yep.
Then
A bunch of
it's
rappers
more
come out.
people
I was
kept
waiting for
piling out.
Serena. I was waiting for Serena to
Drake shouted out YG.
Yeah. YG
YG
performed.
performed.
He performed at the show.
Yeah.
And then came out and was dancing and not like us.
Yes. And the camera too.
Yeah. What you think the man gonna let you disrespect Pac? Someone said YG's like Jay-Z to Mexicans. I was like, yeah,
Is he really?
Mexicans
see
love
that.
YG, dude.
I can see that.
But
They finally got Who's the one from Texas?
Mexican OT.
He's fire.
He is.
Yeah,
fire.
he's fire.
They got one.
He's incredible.
They got one. Congratulations.
Yeah.
to Latinos.
Mexican OT's fire. But yeah, dude, Kendrick had, and they had a set
Pop-up
leader
show
from
host.
every set in Compton and Los Angeles. Every gang set
Yeah.
had one of their leaders up there on stage. Crips, Bloods, Pyrus, all of them together, dancing to a song, calling a Canadian a pedophile. Like,
It's interesting.
I posted the clip of the Warriors. Like, can you dig it? Like, that was literally Kendrick last night.
I posted.
He united the streets of LA to hate Mexicans. Like, and the people
To
who
hate
or
Mexicans?
to hate
What the f-
Canadians. to hate pedophiles, to hate Canadians,
get switched up.
to hate Drake. Like, if you ever thought that,
I was like, did I miss something?
yeah, they just threw him under the bus. No, but if you ever thought like that whole Kendrick has the West on lock, like Kendrick's got his finger on the button if he needs to.
Oh, he
If
does.
you thought that was a joke, now you know that's just not a joke.
He's got that part for
Mic
sure.
drop.
And the
I
best part
win,
was,
you
is,
lose.
you know, Pyrus and Crips, they all got along and they didn't gun him down by the end of the song.
Yeah.
They were all in
Damn.
unity. They were all like, he was up there. He was like, man, he said, forget about the records. This is what it's about, is the unification of the West.
Projecting.
This is Kendrick's biggest moment. Like, we can look at other moments in Kendrick's career, but I think Kendrick will always look at this as his biggest moment because of that, because of the unification. And he was like, remember, everybody tried to leave after a couple pictures. He's like, nah, fuck that. We staying here.
Yeah, it was
It was dope.
Just absolutely legendary. Like I said, probably the greatest night in hip hop. Just fucking awesome.
For sure in our
Bag
lifetime.
is spinning.
Chris, that was a bar.
Yeah.
Not Magus Penny. I like Mexican people.
I
I don't like Canadians, and I don't like pedophiles.
I posted the clip of you guys are old WWE fans or WA fans. This even kind of started before I was like a big fan too. I was a little bit too young for it, but there's this clip of Big Show. He regretted too because right around the time his actual father like passed away. So they did this bit with the guy who was like a rivalry with. He like pulled up to the funeral, hooked up the casket, and drove off with it. And the Big Show was like, "No!" They
Yeah,
jumped on
yeah.
it. That's literally Travis last night.
Oh,
Shout out to our guy
Travis-
Travis.
Travis
He's like,
is
"Oh,
coping.
everyone's just watching a concert from their house. How late?"
Yeah, imagine live tweeting a concert right now. This dude was coping. He
Imagine not
He was
being the
sitting
one
under the
watching.
covers, holding like a Drake picture or like
Yeah.
an album of Nothing Was the Same.
That Wolverine meme or whatever.
Yeah.
That was Travis. No.
Yeah.
Speaking of Travis Scott got arrested last night, and allegedly he said to the cop goes like, "Are you drunk?" And he goes, "It's Miami."
That's funny.
I mean, that's fair.
That's very fair.
Shout out to him and JT.
Shout out to him and JT.
No shout outs, to be honest with you. You guys are way too rich to be driving
Yeah, that's
drunk.
a terrible.
To be honest with you guys.
Yeah.
Way too rich.
That's
to
a
be driving
terrible
drunk.
shot.
Whoa, that's a crazy name.
What's a crazy
I wanted to read his comment, but he deleted it.
What was the name?
Telewo Swayze Telewo Yan?
He's trying to make fun of Mexicans right now.
That's the name
Wow,
of the chat.
Hey, bro, bleep
That's
that,
crazy.
Nick. Bleep that.
Caleb, did you watch the concert?
A little bit. I saw clips on Twitter. It was cool.
Does Drake? Here's my question. Does Drake? Does the slides? Does like nothing happens from this? You think? Like that was crazy.
I think that's
No.
it. I think that's it. I think
Oh,
it's done.
he said that was the
it was already done.
Telewo Swayze Telewo
Yeah, he's trying to be.
Yan
Racist
says that
right
was
now.
the big boss man.
Yes, the big boss man.
Yeah.
Yeah, dragging the casket.
That
The big
drove
show.
the
Yeah,
casket out, yeah.
shit's so funny.
It's a crazy name. Shout out. Haven't seen you in the chat.
I
before,
wish
'cause I definitely would have recognized that name.
that. See, sometimes you got to pop out and show.
Sometimes you got, but he,
Yeah.
bro,
For Kendrick.
that was fucking awesome. It was so awesome. I had to like explain it to my dad. I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
He called him a pedophile. I was like-
Dude, it doesn't just sound crazy when you explain it to
I was like,
somebody.
he put out a diss track that was one of the scariest songs I've ever heard in my life, where he broke down every single member of his family. It was dope.
Yeah,
No, explain. That's how big it is. Like people like your dad
Yeah.
that
My
are
dad
detached
likes-
from
my
it.
dad,
I explained it
my
to my
dad's
dad.
a rap fan.
Yeah,
My
but your dad.
My dad likes Wu-Tang Clan a lot. He likes some Jay-Z songs. He likes the Kendrick songs I've shown him. So like he likes rap, and I was like, yeah, he's been dissing Drake. He's like, oh, okay.
To put in perspective, right? A show that's probably the most clean cut show on this network that kind of by the book, they get pissed off when you jump out of the line every once in a while. the E&E show.
Yeah.
They've had conversations about the beat. It's just that big.
Yeah.
Weather guys are making references to the beat. Nick?
I gotta ask you guys. I've never been one for like live shows, like award shows, that kind of thing, live concerts, watching on TV. How did it come across? Like the platform?
it was awesome.
It was just a moment, bro.
Did it sound
honestly.
really good?
It
too?
sounded great. It was insane how good quality the shots from the live stream were. Like,
The part like, wah, wah, wah,
yeah,
wah,
and
the
it cut
camera
to like
shakes.
6 different cameras. And
Damn.
shout out to Amazon for doing that.
So
they did it right.
Great production.
Jeff Bezos, obviously not a fan of pedophiles either, so shout out to him.
Yeah.
It was awesome. It was awesome. I've never seen anything like that.
And it
was a hate concert. Dude made a diss concert,
Yeah.
and it was fucking fire.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Drake's got to do something. Even if he didn't want to before.
He can,
I
man.
saw
Because
someone
Kendrick
post-
said he's got more in stock. Like, you just don't want to open that door again. Because Kendrick
That's
will
still
dunk
a part
on
of
you.
it.
Kendrick will dunk on you again. But that's the thing that also makes his concert cool. Is not only the moment, but like Kendrick is one of the greatest performers like in music across all genres. He's very performative. He's great.
always
been that way. So
Even when he raps, he's very
Yeah.
theatric.
Yeah,
That's
it's
why I
like
knew.
his awesome.
I knew
BET,
we had the podcast on your channel. Immediately when this stuff first started happening, I said I was like, Kendrick just his delivery is too theatric. He can express what he's feeling way harder beyond the words because he's just that artistic.
And
And Drake's
Alan
whole
W in the
image
Woodward
is
Sports
cool
Chat
and
says,
calm.
fuck
Doesn't
Drake the
work.
musical. He's got a musical coming out. Like, Kendrick is writing a musical with the creators of South Park.
Top.
I feel that was my original thought. I was like, what if the whole thing's just a Drake diss? It's about like a guy who doesn't think he's black enough or something like that. I remember reading. I remember reading like what
Is
it was
that what
about.
it's? No.
And it's something like that, like a guy who's questioning his blackness in the society he's in. So like, I honestly think it's just gonna be a fucking more shots at Drake on Broadway. And if he wins a fucking Tony for dissing Drake, that would be insane. What's up?
Fellas, breaking news in the NBA. The Chicago Bulls are trading two-time all-defensive guard Alex Caruso to the OKC Thunder for guard Josh Giddey.
Wow.
Whoa. Wow.
That's a big
Caruso
one.
for Giddey. That's kind
I like that. I like that for both teams,
Just
honestly.
straight up or picks too.
Straight up.
Pick,
Straight
Pick's
up.
gotta
I
be
like that
involved.
for both
Pick's gotta
teams.
be
I think Giddey,
Nothing,
Giddey would be a good fit next to Levine, for sure. I like that, and I like obviously OKC just more defense over there. It's a good
Yeah.
fit for them as well.
I'm
Well, after this series with Luka and Kyrie,
Yeah.
they
Loading up on those wing
Yeah.
defenders.
make sense for them.
And then the scary thing too is they still got the assets to go get that center too for
Yeah.
Minnesota or Denver. Like they literally just have enough assets to where they could construct the perfect roster that can compete with any team.
Nick,
It's insane.
you I'm sorry. You fumbled that. You should have said, speaking of pedophiles, Josh Giddey traded to the Chicago
yeah,
Bulls.
that
I was
a layup.
not listening to a word you were saying. My bad. I was trying to read it to confirm it was the real.
Yeah, no, I'm just
Yeah,
joking.
my fault.
But
Yeah,
That was
would have
a
been a
layup,
sick transition.
shout out to OKC, him, Dort, Jalen Williams, SGA. They got some serious.
The
wing-
West is crazy
They
though
got some
because you
serious
still
wing
got
defenders.
the Spurs in the come up. You obviously got the Timberwolves in the come
I would
up
not
as
be
well.
surprised if we see
Can the
Trae
Grizzlies
Young.
return to form?
If we see Trae Young in a Spurs uniform next year, I would not be surprised.
Yeah,
That would work.
that would
That
work
would
perfectly.
work perfect.
One more piece of Western Conference news, and we talked about Kendrick for that long. I didn't even realize it. And is my clock right?
ETN. Warning, all teenage girls in Chicago, listen up. Josh Giddey is on the move.
Yeah, seriously. JJ Redick officially the LA Lakers coach too, by the way.
Yeah, JJ
That happened a
Reddick.
little bit earlier.
And Kelly Stafford cheated on her husband when he was in college.
We'll talk about that when we get back, but not
Yeah.
before you tell us about Planet Fitness.
Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone where anyone, and we mean anyone, can feel comfortable and work on their fitness goals. At Planet Fitness, you'll experience a squeaky clean gym, tons of equipment, full body workout in 30 minutes, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all that for just $10 a month. No matter where you are as Planet Fitness goes by, more than 50 in Metro Detroit and thousands more throughout the world. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
let me just say, I love Planet Fitness.
Trying out Planet Fitness and dang, they got lots of equipment.
Not me getting a Planet Fitness membership just for the 24-hour perk.
Listen, the PF Black Card is worth every penny for this hydro massage. I'm a new man.
Did y'all know that the PF app has workouts you can do at home?
Cheapest therapy I can find is Planet Fitness.
All the benefits, all for less. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
Well, this next video is going to relate a little bit to this. Are you dealing with divorce, child custody, or visitation, or the family law issues? Matthew. Kevin and Catherine at Katie Kilo on Birmingham will have your back. 10 plus years of experience plus 24/7 availability. Scan the QR code above my head or call 248-971-0476. Say the heavyweight sent you, and they will pay your filing fee. You're one of the most highest paid NFL players of all time, but you should be fine with that one. Katie Kilo, they got your back.
Wait, so was he trying to casually date and you were all in?
Oh, yeah, girl.
Anyways, long story short, it wasn't that cute of a relationship at first. I hated him. I loved him. I dated the backup to piss him off, which worked.
Yes.
He was like
That'll do it.
He was the bad boy, too. Like, Matthew's so sweet and
She's
southern
for the
gentleman and all that
streets.
stuff. And the backup was the complete opposite.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh, and it upset him. So they lived in the same dorm because athletes lived in the same dorm, and he would see my car there. And so at one point, he, like, waited and followed me out and got in my car and wouldn't get out.
Stop.
And he was
You're
like,
this is so hot.
I was like, this is amazing. Working.
Yeah.
I was get out of my car and he was like, he's not right for you. And I was like, what? You can't tell me that.
She is the worst, dude.
She's the worst.
She is the worst. I know.
Honestly.
Every time. I love Matt Stafford. I love Matt Stafford.
I do too.
He's a very
I've grown to
cool
love him
guy.
more.
He's a pro. He does everything he can for the team, but I know every time he sees her pop up, he's like, God damn it. Like, what'd she do this time? And yeah, just come on, Kelly. Like, is anything sacred to you?
You just you don't tell those stories anymore. Like, that's just once you reach motherhood, I feel like parenthood, those kind of stories, you just don't. I don't know. I think they look worse in that time.
Yeah, I guess maybe it's not as hardcore as New York or something like that, but LA media, I feel like they prob and pry, and I'm sure he's asked these questions or just even had that thought. I don't know, cast it upon you. I feel bad for the guy.
Not DNC, ENT. I'm not reading that one. Detroit Supremacy says Kristen would never. You can argue who got the better end of the stick with the quarterback upgrade between Stafford and Goff. You cannot argue who upgraded more than the first lady because Kristen Harper, Kelly Stafford.
Fellas.
That's the thing too. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Nick.
Yeah, no, you think about just the day and age. You think about OnlyFans moms and kids getting so abused about this. I think this is something those 4 daughters are probably gonna hear about one day.
Oh,
for sure.
They're gonna see this video.
Man.
How do you even know it's your dad?
Obviously, it's not. Let's not start with them. But
You just gave the kids so much ammo.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who are them kids, man? What do you mean?
Yeah, different levels.
That's more for us. We should trash talk those kids even more. Your mom doesn't know.
Oh my god.
No, I mean,
it's just not a good look for a mom, I think. But
she sucks, dude. She sucks.
She does.
She notoriously sucks, and notoriously continuously does stuff like this, where it's come on, man.
Chase Aimee put in the Woodward Sports chat too. She told the story before, which he must not have an issue with it, because I'm assuming because it did it on the Barstool podcast beforehand with the Kevin
KFC.
KFC. And so I figured out there would have been a conversation then, hey, I don't know, I'm not cool with this. Then it happens again. I don't know, bro. And
I feel bad for Matt Stafford because she says he's a nice guy. He's a genuine guy.
Well, bro, to her to bring up the fact he was a bad boy too. You missed that shit? Did you you remember that shit, bro? Because that's the thing.
And you know what?
If you saw the car at the dorm room, she was getting piped down. So there's no way.
And you know
bro.
what?
They could have been studying.
You know who's the backup for the Rams now?
Jimmy G.
One Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah.
Oh.
So is that something that Stafford's going to have to be looking over his shoulder at?
I didn't send it. Damn it.
I'm comfortable enough with my sexuality to say Jimmy Garoppolo, a very handsome man.
Handsome guy.
He's a very handsome guy.
Think about some ammo for other teams now.
Yeah.
Other teams at the line of scrimmage chirping at Stafford while he's making calls.
Yeah.
Oh, you better watch your back.
Kelly, want that bad boy again, huh? Those defensive linemen are going to run wild with this. This is just just more problems to give the man. Like,
For
come
real.
on. This is a guy who give you generational wealth, and you're just gonna add more to his. You're supposed to be his piece. No, like, I can't stand Kelly Stafford, man. That's why I'm booing the kids. It's because it's Kelly Stafford.
Don't boo the kids.
Boo the kids. We got the shirt. Buy the shirts. WoodwardSports.com/shop. Boo them kids.
Do you want to see the guy in question?
And Stetson Bennett. So
Or one of the guys in question, I should say. The name on that the people are saying it was Joe Cox. Backup quarterback.
Yeah, the picture. Did you send the picture, Chris?
I did.
He does not look like the bad boy.
Kind of does.
He looks like
He's like the redheaded stepchild. That would make you the bad. So here's a breakdown of Joe Cox. I know you guys can't read this.
Bro.
I showed the other one.
Wait,
by the way, he's a phenomenal coach.
Stafford's a good-looking guy.
It gets better.
Come on.
So his favorite albums, his favorite artists.
Favorite artist.
And his iPod
Is it
back
Future?
then. Lil Wayne.
Okay.
Young Jeezy.
All right.
Gucci
Valid.
Mane.
Okay.
Jay-Z, Tupac, Outkast, Bun B, UGK, 3 6 This one fits the bad boy mold. He drives a 2002 Nissan Altima. This is back then, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Favorite films: Old School, Anchorman.
Old School's a great movie.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall. That's a great movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall's
I
great.
like all three of those.
Pineapple
those are great.
Express.
This guy sounds like a bro.
Yeah.
Put the other picture up.
Dude,
I'd hang
we
out.
got to get Joe Cox on the show.
I tried. I was gonna do it, but then there's another guy. Maybe and people are saying it's Logan Gray. Is the other name? Which
You think about the backup quarterback.
that's who was slamming.
I think about like Blue Mountain State type shit, you know? Backup quarterback, best position in college sports.
It is the best position
in life.
It's the best job in the world. Is being a backup quarterback in the NFL. You get paid millions of dollars a year. Like it's not like you're getting a shit salary. You're getting paid tens of millions of dollars a year in some instances to hold a clipboard for a majority of the season. And when you get put in, nobody expects anything of you. You can go out there and shit the bed. Nobody's mad at you because you're the backup, and you still might get another job. And if you do go off, you'll get a fat contract and then get Matt Flynn and not even have to play anymore, but still sign the $50 million contract.
Monty Williams.
That is the greatest
So
job
they
in the
say.
history of the world, is the backup quarterback in the NFL. That is my dream job.
Oh,
Obviously, got a lot of work to do if I want to achieve that dream. But, yeah, that's the best job.
Coaching the Pistons, you could argue, is up there.
Coaching the Pistons is up there, too.
AI chat summary says the chat conversation revolves around quarterback Matthew Stafford. Viewers are discussing Stafford's alleged infidelity with some finding. Oh, it went away. AI's done some. It's starting to get a little scary. I'm not gonna lie, dude.
Way more scared of AI than I
They're
am those
spying on your
pussy-ass
chat
aliens.
conversation right now. What do you guys want to talk next? Put it in the chat too. I'm making a poll here soon. We got Pistons topics. We got Lions topics. I'm excited to do both. I just want to get the Stafford's wife stuff in there because every single time.
Dude, she, man, it's like every time.
Think he's into that kind of stuff?
Kelly Stafford, she helped us out.
I'm just saying, like, why would you let your wife like just trample all over you like this? I know it's like what they do, but like this is another level of it, bro. She just publicly saying like, "Yeah, I was fucking his teammate." Ha ha ha. She was a bad boy. Like,
it worked.
Yeah,
and he was a dog in Georgia, bro. Like he was
#1 draft.
He was the man. Yeah. I feel bad for Matt Stafford. This makes me feel bad for Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford's the man. I was a big fan of his. I was happy to see him get the Super Bowl, but Jesus, man, I feel bad for the guy every time. Every time. And it's like it happens every year, like clockwork. Just something. She helped us out a lot for sure. They backed up a fucking truck full of toys for the stuff in the studio.
No, yeah, they're
great people.
Yeah.
But Jesus, Kelly, come on.
Yeah, I'm not even judging her as a person. I'm just saying, like, to do your husband.
Just poor decision making.
Yeah. Like, that definitely in her scouting report. If you're scouting a wife. Just poor decision making.
Oh, boy. Saw a bunch of, like, former athletes, like, all over this on Twitter. Like, oh, hell no. Like,
yeah, dude,
geez,
did you
like,
see
what
AB did Cracker of the Week or Cracker of the Day?
Yeah,
AB Cracker of the Week.
Yeah, true.
Who
AB,
else did she post?
AB was on it. He highlighted it as Spenny said.
AB's still on a generational run.
Sean Merriman.
One of the kings of Twitter. Sean Merriman, I went to a football camp hosted by Sean Merriman.
Did you really?
Yeah.
What a beast, dude.
He was a baller.
You know, I got his name, Lights Out.
Yeah.
Just really in high school, knocking dudes out. That's fucking insane.
He was an intimidating guy. He was a big dude. I think about It was when I was 7th or 8th grade, I think. Yeah.
We don't know he like started doing like MMA as well.
Yeah.
Why? I put in the chat. We guys want to talk about next? Detroit Lions, Detroit Pistons. We got news in both areas.
Pistons putting up a fight for once.
What do you mean?
On the
like
chat
in the
poll.
poll.
On the chat poll.
They've been kind of relevant lately.
Holding their ground. I want to do this Pistons topic really bad, honestly.
Okay.
The Cade rankings. But no, if you know,
Chat,
it's
yeah.
up to the chat. We'll let them survive. Or we'll let them choose. But the Cade disrespect is pissing me off.
Unreal.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That's the one I want to do really bad. But it's up to the chat. So we'll come back from break and we'll figure out which one they decide.
All right.
Dude, DNC ENT's trying to fuck with the AI.
What was he saying?
He's just putting in a bunch of random sexual comments to try to get the AI out.
Miss Morningwood, Mr. K.
That's funny. Dude, you guys are the best. I love, dude. First of all, yeah, quick sidebar. Easy might call this pandering. I love you guys, dude. The chat, you guys are the best. We have by far the best chat on the network, and it's not even close. I love it. You guys are the best.
That's not even pandering. That's just facts.
It's just facts.
Like when you guys, when I act all wild, you do it here.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's supposed to be other shows, but they don't know how to handle it.
They don't know how to handle it. Yeah.
Because they don't know if you're joking or not.
Sometimes our interns don't know how to handle it.
Yeah.
It's just, remember when Noah was in the booth?
Noah won't go in the booth anymore.
Noah won't go in the booth anymore.
So thank you for that, guys.
Yeah, so shout out to you guys.
Shout out to you guys for scaring Noah away. All right, let's go to break. We get back. Pistons Lions, chat
That's
with
when Noah was an intern. You remember when Noah was an intern?
I think he was working at the time.
No, it was him, Cheese Nips, and Chris.
Yeah, we were all three interns.
They were interns.
And what was the other fourth guy?
Well, no, I'm saying when that happened,
Roman?
Noah was like
Roman,
working here.
yeah, and Roman.
No, when that happened, Noah was working here.
Oh, yeah.
He say that because he says in his clips anyway. Tell us about Feldman.
Since 1996, Feldman Automotive has been driven to provide a fast, convenient, and first-class car buying experience called the Feldman Advantage. With 18 locations, there's a Feldman dealership in your backyard. Visit FeldmanAuto.com to find the location nearest you. And catch Woodward Sports Network live from Feldman Chevrolet of Novi every other Monday. Feldman Chevrolet, Detroit's #1 Chevy dealer.
Braylon Edwards here, Premier Pet Supply. Man, just looking around. Who's got it better than pets? Come on, a baby stroller for Coda? A chef for Lola? Really? You don't have to tell me who the real boss here is. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody, especially here at Premier Pet Supply. For over 30 years and more than 13 locations, Premier Pet Supply has everything that your pet can dream of, and guess what? It's all under one roof. Premier Pet Supply, family owned, operated, and proud to call Metro Detroit home. Check out PremierPetSupply.com or scan the QR code today. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody!
When you wake up every single morning, if you are not putting on Wake Up Woodward, you are doing it wrong. Make sure you wake up every single day with Kool-Aid, Flannel Sam, Broder, JB, and KG every morning as they cover the best sports news. Monday through Friday, 8 to 10 a.m. live on Woodward Sports. Check it out.
You said the big white truth, right? That's
Yeah, the big white truth.
Big white truth. That shit was so funny. Looks like
that was about Cooper DeJean, but
dude,
a different Cooper.
It is 50-50.
No way.
That's tough.
Lions 51 is what it says on mine right now.
Yeah, well,
Lions.
shut up, Chris. It's 50-50.
Caleb, you clip. Ball's in your court, brother.
Okay, 50-50. End it. We're doing Pistons.
That's what I was going to say.
We're doing Pistons.
Pistons?
I got.
We had people in the chat, so they're leaving. We talk Pistons.
I got to do this. Fucking Mike Valeni, man. Mike Valeni, great at his job. He's been doing it for a while. He's got one of the most popular midday shows in the country. Cool. Shut the fuck up about this Cade Cunningham shit. Like, you haven't watched him play if this is the way you're going to act. He can't be an all-NBA player. Why the fuck not? You slob Paulo Banchero's knob. And then you're going to say Cade sucks? Like, what the fuck are you doing, man? He had a better year statistically than Paolo. The only reason he wasn't up there was because of the team being shit. And it's not his fault that everyone around him can't play basketball. It's not his fault that his head coach was checked out 5 games in. Like, don't put that on him. Please don't do that. Coach was never and then saying you're going to trade Cade Cunningham for Keldon Johnson and 3 first-round picks, what are you doing? So you're saying Cade Cunningham is equivalent to Devontae, or what's, goddamn it, why can't I think
Devontae Graham?
Murray.
Oh, Jamal.
DeJounte Murray. Cade is a better player than DeJounte Murray. He would fetch you a higher bounty than DeJounte Murray on the trade market. So making that the equivalent exchange, because that's what DeJounte Murray went for, was 3 first-round picks from the Hawks. Like, stop. I understand this is why you do it, to get people fired up, get people talking, and so you just sit there and yap, and I'm walking here and all that stuff. But, like, come on, man. Watch it. Watch Cade Cunningham play basketball. And tell me that, first-round pick in this draft would be really worth it, right? You'd really love to see one of these guys on this team. He'd be a better fit than Cade Cunningham out there. Like, Reed Shepherd. Yeah, he'd be great. You put him out there instead of Cade Cunningham. Pistons 40-win team. Easy. Like, what are we doing here, man? He's the only player you have on this team. He's the only core player you have on the Pistons. And you want to get rid of him? Why?
What makes me so mad is, like, the people that they'll be like, how can you hang on to Cade? You just won 14 games, blah, blah. You could tell those guys don't watch Pistons basketball. He's not the reason we only won 14 games. Like, he is the reason we won those games.
Yes.
Vellani seems like one of those guys that checked out after game 3. And then just was box score watching and saw we were losing games and saw that, then thinks Cade Cunningham is one of the main reasons. It's crazy. It makes me so mad. Before you talk about the Pistons, you have to watch the games, especially last year. It's because, and I see people on Twitter talking about, firing Monty Williams, that was a crazy thing to do, blah, blah, blah. He went to an NBA Finals.
Yeah, that's
If you watched the games last year, you would know he is the sole reason we lost. I would say, can I say 70% of those games was Monty Williams' fault?
I'm here
Before
for it.
you talk about the Pistons, watch the games first. I know it's tough, but watch the games.
And his defense will be going on there, gabagool, you can do what nobody watches the Pistons around here, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's funny because I am a Pistons fan who likes the Knicks, and he is a Knicks fan who has to talk about the Pistons. So, like, it's opposite ends of the spectrum. You don't watch the Pistons if you think Cade Cunningham is the problem. That's flat out. You don't watch the Pistons if you don't see the potential of Cade Cunningham and what he can be in this league if you put living, breathing NBA players around him. Not guys like Oscar Thompson who shoot 10% from 3. Not guys like Jaden Ivey who are only effective when they have the ball in their hand and are going downhill. Not the corpse of Bojan Bogdanovic who can't stop anybody on defense. Like, you need to put around good pieces around him. You have to. Or he's just going to be out there dying and being the highest efficient, highest paid player on the team with nobody around him because of, guess what? You can't build the team through the draft. I talked about this. Troy Weaver, the guys he's drafting are black holes on one side of the ball or the other. Cade Cunningham is the only complete player you have on this roster. It's fucked to be like, oh yeah, let's just trade him. Who are you building the team around then? You're just burning it down and starting over? No, you have the piece to build around, so build around him. Don't keep giving him trash and then blaming him for it.
That's when the conversation becomes fucking stupid, in my opinion, is when you're talking about Keldon Johnson.
He's a Celtics fan.
And then the 3 first-round picks. Brother, you know how long it took to get a Cade Cunningham here? Like this is, I guarantee the same guy that's hitting the radio airwaves and telling you that, no, you're not going to get a top-tier free agent because you're Detroit and you suck. And, like, the money's not going to bring them here. It's the same guy saying that shit. So if you got a guy like Gabba guy, sounds like you said the Gabagoo.
Gabagoo.
You finally got a Cade Cunningham, which, you were talking about trade up 2 once upon a time. I'm going to hold you to that. But when you finally get your Cade Cunningham, you don't fucking give him away for 3 first-round picks on top of the fact that you watch this franchise get fucked in the draft 3 times over the past couple years, too. It makes 0 sense to do. And as you said, too, it's simply just watching the game. You know, Cade Cunningham was a first-round pick for a reason, a number 1 overall pick for a reason. It undoubtedly the number 1 overall pick for a reason. I never gave Troy Weaver credit for drafting Cade Cunningham because anybody with a fucking 2 brain cells to rub together would have drafted Cade Cunningham. You don't get credit for that one. It's not like this year's draft class where you don't know what the number 1 overall pick is because it's kind of a shuffle of guys. Cade Cunningham is one of those guys. He can be all NBA.
Cade Cunningham would be undoubtedly not even close the number 1 pick in this draft. Not even close.
That's not even a discussion. Jalen Green might be the number 1. Put him in this
sure.
draft. He might have been number 1 overall in this.
1,000%.
Yeah.
Franz Wagner would. Jaden Ivey would probably be the number 1 pick in this draft.
No, it's the reason why we had obviously the Monty just got fired. We talk about who do you want as coach, who you want as coach. I don't give a fuck who's coach. I told you guys this. I said every single day practically. The players is what matters. And you have one in Cade Cunningham. They're gonna sign him. They're gonna pay him the $56 million or whatever the hell it may end up being. But you build around that from then on. You don't just go and grab 3 random first-round picks where you don't know where they're going to be, on top of the fact that if they are from a shit team and it's in a lottery, you still don't know where the fuck they're going to be. It just doesn't make any sense to do that. And Keldon Johnson, to put his name in the same conversation, honestly, he's just like worth the hawk Tua.
Yeah, you want to talk about inefficiency? Look at Keldon Johnson. This is from a Keldon Johnson fantasy owner. This dude goes 1 for 17 like several times throughout the season. He's ridiculously inefficient. I like the tools that he flashes, but he's never consistent. But the Cade point, you guys nailed it. You know, Spencer started it easy. That's exactly where I wanted to go with it. Is the ultimatum of trading Cade. Like, I'm sorry, but how can you watch this front office, this regime, this ownership, and for years watch the moves that they've made and put your faith in that over Cade Cunningham? Because that's what you're doing. If you trade Cade Cunningham, you're putting faith in the front office. I'd rather put faith in Cade Cunningham. Cade Cunningham, to me, has shown in the last 15 years worth more than a damn anything else that this Pistons organization has had. On the court, off the court, in ownership. There's nothing that's been more valuable, that's been worth more investment than Cade Cunningham. So you do not trade Cade Cunningham. I get that your assets might not look the way you want them to look. And it may be hard to build a contender around Cade given what you have right now. But the ultimatum is trading it and tanking when you year after year get absolutely hosed by the lottery. You have no reason to trade Cade Cunningham when he is this important to the franchise.
He is the only known in the entire franchise. Cade Cunningham is the only known in the Pistons franchise right now. You know who he is. You know what he is. You know the level of player he is. You don't know anything else about the younger players. You don't know about a head coach. You don't even have a fucking head coach yet. You don't have a GM yet. You don't know about your president of basketball ops. You hope he's going to be good. It looks like he's going to be good. But the only known in the entire Pistons franchise is that the Tellums are going to do something stupid and that Cade Cunningham is a very good basketball player.
And Tom Gordon's going to pay a lot of money for that stupid decision as well.
Yeah.
DNC says he understands what Valine's saying 100%. He says, we have no assets, no war chest to build a team, but trading Cade isn't. Yeah, no, we have assets. You're DNC, brother. You're my guy. You're the one that believes in Jaden Ivey. Is that not an asset?
That is an asset.
That's an asset. You have the number 5 overall pick in this year's class. Is that not an asset?
That is an asset.
Sorry, Nick, go ahead.
Fellas, if you trade Cade Cunningham, you're not winning that trade, no matter what. I don't care if you get 3 or 10 first-round draft picks. You're not winning that trade because you have the best player in that trade that you're giving up. I know he's had a lot of crazy stats in his lifetime. I think this one might be the best. Cunningham became the 6th fastest player in NBA history to record 2,500 career points and 800 assists, along with Oscar Robinson, Allen Iverson, Luka Doncic, Trae Young, and LeBron James. Oh yeah, that guy can't make All-NBA, right? Is that what we're talking about? This guy can be a leader on a championship team. He has never been helped out at all by this organization. Think about the moment that we won that lottery and we knew we were getting Cade Cunningham, boys. Like, think about that. Like, he is that player still. He just has not been helped the right way. Cade Cunningham is Detroit basketball, and he's going to be the big reason why this team gets back to relevancy. You cannot trade Cade Cunningham.
Shout out to Mark World in the Woodward Sports Chat. He says, all everyone was saying during the Weaver was Dream Weaver, and when we got Ivy and Duran saying he stole Duran, everyone was happy. Ivy fell to 5. I was never happy with Ivy. I've battled waves of Pistons fans on that one for the longest, relentlessly. Chris and I finally put down swords on that one. Yeah. I was never happy with the Ivy pick. Duran was a steal. I still feel that way.
Duran is a steal for sure.
Duran's still a steal.
I wanted Shaedon Sharp, but I wasn't.
Sharp would have been a dog.
Yeah, no.
I was between those two.
And I'm down open the lines. You guys want to trade Cade? If you have I'm not sold on it. If you have a Godfather offer, maybe, but in those situations, bro, just throughout the history of my lifetime, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, I've never seen and I guess he's not a superstar yet because you haven't won any games. Obviously, superstar potential. I think we all agree to that one. I've never seen that trade work in the favor of the team that dealt the superstar. Not in the Anthony Davis trade, not in the Carmelo Anthony trade, not in what one?
The Paul George OKC. That ended up being
But it wasn't just Paul George that they moved.
OKC.
They also moved Russell Westbrook. They also had picks from Kevin Durant. They also moved Chris Paul. Like, it wasn't. We don't have that luxury of trading away 7 superstars to get 40 picks. It would be one guy, the only guy you have. And that's not the same thing.
I agree, but hear me out. Just look at that trade in a vacuum. Forget the other trades. That was still an epic win for OKC. You trade Paul George. You get SGA, who ends up being the guy and is now far better than Paul George. And on top of that, you get the multiple picks. Like, that is so basically in Valenti's scenario, Keldon Johnson would have to become SGA for the Pistons to win that trade.
That ain't it.
And that shit just ain't happening because, like Easy was pointing out, that's the only scenario you could point out where a star was traded and the other team won. Maybe you can do like the even swap of Sabonis and Halliburton, I guess, if you want to like consider Sabonis a star, but it's very few and far between. 99% of the time when you are trading the star, you don't win the trade.
Never.
You just buy yourself time to rebuild. That's all you do.
And like what you said, I trust more about what Cade Cunningham can do on the court than this team or this franchise burning it all down and restarting.
Yeah.
I think a big thing too is we've seen it in the national media as well. They just want Cade out of Detroit. I swear that's the vibe I get. They just want to see him paired with another superstar. They just want to see him play anywhere else besides the Pistons. And I think Valenti feels the same effing way. I can't stand for it.
Yeah.
Valenti wants him on Boston. He was saying trade him for Derek White.
Yeah, what the like, come on. He said Derek White was better than him.
Yeah, he's a fucking idiot. Like, that's just stupid.
I'll throw another one in there. Kawhi Leonard to Toronto. But that is also, the Warriors are healthy. There's no championship.
Yeah, there was not even close to winning that series if the Warriors were healthy.
That's opposite, Easy. Aren't you saying like the team that traded the superstar?
Oh, no, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Toronto,
I apologize.
yeah, Toronto won the trade.
Yeah. Iverson in Denver. No.
I just want to make sure I was.
Yeah, you're right. You're 100% right. Yeah, no, I fucked up in that one. No, yeah, Leonard Toronto.
Harden.
Nope. Spurs
the
have benefit
3
from that
times
one.
he got traded.
Chris Paul, the Clippers. How'd that work out?
Yeah.
Tracy McGrady to Houston. Dwight Howard to Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
Shaq goes on and on and on.
Kyrie.
Chris Paul's the Lakers.
Kyrie multiple times. Durant multiple times.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant to Boston. Shaquille O'Neal to Miami. Like, it's to the point where you, outside of, again, the Shea one, which is a good one to bring up, I guess, you couldn't even tell me the other side of these trades.
Yeah.
Like, if they were worth a damn, you would have remembered the other side of it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It just doesn't work out that way.
No,
it's not.
The NBA is about players.
No.
If you have a great player, you keep that great player and you build around them.
Kyrie to Boston.
Yeah. Like, you want to see a really bad team, you get Cade Cunningham off of this roster, they're winning 6 games.
Yeah.
What the fuck are we talking about here, dude?
We started Pistons. When we get back, speaking of trades, I got a question for you guys. But not before you tell us about Guardian Alarm.
Guardian Alarm offers you customized solutions from real experts. Their professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. They also have 24/7 professional monitoring. You can call them anytime, day or night. No Guardian Alarm team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. And of course, they have technology backed by people. Your safety and security is our technology has been proven to work, and people have been proven to care. So call them at 1-800.
Stay out.
That's 1-800.
Stay out.
And let them know Woodward Sports Center.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists. Enjoy a precision haircut, hot lather neck shave, scalp and neck massage, and a hot towel treatment to top it off. Enter for your chance to win the $50,000 Perfect Bracket Challenge. With more than 25 Metro Detroit locations, there's always a Lady Jane's near you. Lady Jane's Haircut for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts, Woodward Sports.
This dispensary is your number one pick when it comes to drafting the marijuana. They got the best bud tenders, and the best atmosphere for your creative cannabis dispensary. Over 6 locations more across the great state of Michigan. They're your local cannabis plug. Visit them online. You must be 21 up to participate.
My bad. I thought that was the end.
No, you're good. Mark Royal, what's going on, bro? What is it? I don't.
He hates Cade.
Hater. I'm sure he wanted Jalen Green too.
I don't. Mark, what is going on, bro? Please call in. Make a stance. I mean, are you gonna say they didn't win games? Is Devin Booker a superstar?
Yeah,
he didn't win games for the first 5 years of his career.
Is it the braids?
You definitely don't do it by yourself either. Come on, guys. Yes, he is that good. That's why he's about to get a max contract. He's not all NBA yet. It hasn't happened. That's for damn sure. I mean, I think winning comes with that. I don't think we've ever seen that in a losing team.
I think the lowest an NBA player in the last 20 years has made all NBA was DeMarcus Cousins on the Kings when he had like 38 wins, something like that, or 33, somewhere in that range. I'll fact check that, but yeah, like 14 wins, you ain't getting shit. I don't care how good you are.
Anthony Davis, right? Like he kind of was in the same situation. Wasn't winning.
Yeah.
Mid playoffs one time, got swept. He traded LeBron, with LeBron, and he wins a championship. Like you need players around you. It's just.
Speaking of trades, though, that could have been the one that they ended up winning if Zion really would have hit.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, because it was their own pick that got them the. Never mind.
All right. Well, speaking of trades, and probably this is what happening. Nick, what he didn't want to happen is happening right now. So I'll stall with it. But
what is it? The trades?
What is it? The trades? I have a question because I was looking at the draft class, and there's just one particular guy that I want. And I just don't know if he's going to be there. It's Zach. How you say his last name? Ricochet.
Yeah.
Zacharias Ricochet. Whatever.
Zach Ricochets.
Regardless, though.
I thought you were going to say Edie, dude. I was going to lose my mind.
No, you're the only one that wants Edie. I was going to say, though, everyone agrees that the things this team needs to move on, or to move up, I should say, is you need fit, you need shooting, and you need a guy that's going to be here, committed to what's going on. I don't know you're going to find that in open market and free agency. Everyone's been saying it, you're not, us included. Who's going to want to come here? Who's going to want to take your money to be in Detroit? Are you going to get that superstar in free agency? We can't guarantee it. The guys you are going to get in free agency are probably those fringe guys that you kind of just offer the most money to and just happen to fall here. There's a trade route, and you could trade for a veteran piece. It's already paid, but with the Monty experiment, did we not already learn what happens with just having a guy here that's only here for money?
Mm-hmm.
We learned that's just not in your favor. I think we learned that the Pistons in the past with players as well, too, when it comes to Ben Gordon, Charlie Villanueva, and a lot of contracts like that were delved out as well. Why not trade, this will sound crazy, for that number 1 overall pick from the Hawks? I don't feel like the Hawks are in a rebuilding phase. I feel like they still feel like they're kind of in it. Would you be willing to trade up in the number 1 pick and grab your guy? Have a guy that's going to be bought in with the culture. Have a guy that's locked in. The apron's changing things now in the NBA where it's like the cap kind of matters now. You used to be able to do the luxury tax and get cute with shit like that. You're about to pay Cade Cunningham $56 million. You're going to grab somebody else for $40 to $50 million. Grab your piece now. Why not move up to number 1 pick? Get a guy that's locked in that fits what you want to do.
Ivy
and 5? Is that what you're saying?
I'm cool with that.
No. Hard pass.
Listen.
I think you could get more than that. I
don't even know if you had to give up that because this draft class is so weird.
I don't know if the number 1 pick is worth trading up for in this draft. I really don't think it is. I like a guy like Cody Williams that you could get at 5, who is a 40% 3-point shooter, who is a guy who is good size, like 6'7", I think, and he played at Colorado. He is a guy that would fit this team very well. He's the brother of Jalen Williams. This is a guy who could play defense and he could shoot the blood out of the ball. And you wouldn't have to trade up to number 1 to get him. I don't think trading up for 1.
I think too.
Who knows if he makes it there?
I think too.
He's definitely going to be there at 5.
We also get lost in the ability or the rationale of the other team, like Atlanta. If they want to compete easy, 5 and Ivy isn't necessarily an offer that helps them and makes Atlanta better today.
But they can still grab their piece.
Yeah,
at
it
5.
would have to. You'd have to get really creative, expand.
Yeah, I'm not detailing the trade as 5 and Ivy. That's what Spinny spitballed there. I'm just saying the trade in general.
I think that's kind of probably what it would be, honestly, because the thing about this draft is, and that's why there's a lot of chatter about the picks 1 through 5, is that because it's so crowded, people are going to find the player that they love. Every team's going to fall in love with one or two guys, but you have to trade up in order to guarantee yourself that guy, because you don't know if the other teams are in love with those same guys, because it's such a even crapshoot. So trading all the way up to 1 in a draft class where the first 7 or 8
There's no
picks,
crapshoot when you're at 1 though. You're grabbing, you're getting your guy.
Right. But this is also a draft class that's been regarded as, and obviously draft classes are always wrong. People change, but ultimately this is looked at as the first pick is like what would be worth the 9th pick in a regular draft. These are a bunch of good role players, but not star upside. So to me, I don't think this is a draft you do that. I would rather honestly reevaluate that in another draft class like next year, which is supposed to be loaded with quote unquote star talent.
And I don't want another Frenchman.
I just started this just as a topic
Fair.
too. And then as I'm writing down like the reasons why it would make sense, I kind of started selling myself on it, because the guy that I want is Zachariah Richeche. 6'9" guy that can spread the floor a little bit shaky on defense, but obviously long enough to where he could cover like a lot of the shorter guys. I tell you all the time, wings when you rings. He's a little bit more mobile, skinnier guy too. He can move fluidly enough. Why not go and get your guy? This is a draft class. Like, say you have a guy that you're locked in on. I feel like it would make sense to move to number 1, because you have to give up a fucking entire war chest to do so. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, everybody feels kind of interchangeable. You don't have to give up a forever eternity to go up there and do it.
It comes down to your evaluation of Richeche, and like, do you think he's the guy, or whichever prospect it is, whether it's Reed Shepherd, I know a lot of people love too. Like, if you really think that that's a guy, then yes, you go and get it. Like, look at we have now an example of what a good franchise does here in Detroit in building a team, and that is the Detroit Lions. And what does Brad Holmes continuously do? He goes and gets his guys no matter what it takes. So if you are evaluating, if Trajan Langdon is evaluating this draft class and sees one of those guys as his guy, then yes, you go and get it.
Easy.
But from my perspective, I don't think that any of these guys are the guy, or I have enough confidence in knowing that these are the guys. That's my evaluation, though.
Yeah, with that being said, Easy, where are you at with this guy's ceiling? And like, you think he fits well with Cade? And what's his ceiling? Is it worth giving up a guy like Jaden Ivey and your number 5 pick?
Absolutely.
For a guy that, what is he going to be on a good team?
So the Ivy thing, again, that's like you guys spitballing it. I feel like you get away with 5 and maybe some of your first or whatever you need to dress it up with, just because they're in a win now mode. And I don't know that Ivy is that. Maybe Duran is it. I don't know if I'm comfortable in that conversation. I like it in this year's draft class specifically because I feel like you don't have to give up that much. I feel like 5 and maybe a first can get you that.
I feel like because it is such a crapshoot, I don't know if any of these guys are your guys. That's where I'm at, where I don't think anybody's standing out from the crowd. I think
Richeche is the guy in this class. I'm kind of confused as like otherwise other guys keep like topping. The only other guy I can see jumping him, I feel like, is Alexander Starr.
Sorry, yeah.
I mean, where are you guys at? Who do you guys think is going number 1?
It's going to be one of the Frenchmen are going to be the first overall pick for sure. But like I said, I don't know if I'd rather give up, if I'm giving up assets, I'd rather go get a better player than one of these guys. I just don't think they're going to be worth.
But that's the thing.
Trading
you still have,
2 of your most important.
You still have those assets to grab other pieces.
So what is your trade package? Tell me your trade package.
I'm telling you 5.
And a protected first.
Yeah, and a protected first.
And a protected first.
What if
it's only 4 spots?
What if we get a player back?
I take notes every day.
It would be like
I never fucking can find them every single day. It's the most annoying shit in the world.
It'd be like a 2027 first, right? Because it's got to be outside of the New York pick that they have. I don't know if that gets it done.
I don't think Ivy's the name, by the way, too. Like I'm not bringing up Ivy in this trade scenario because I don't think the Hawks would want that.
But they want
that level value.
A 10-year-old.
Whether they flip Ivy somewhere else, like through a third team. But my thing is, when it comes to this trade, I don't know if the Pistons have the luxury. And again, this is why I hate the position they're in. I don't know if they have the luxury after winning 14 games to take a gamble on a not known commodity. Like I just.
Yeah, I don't think this is the draft you trade up.
Yeah, I don't know. This seems like the most crapshoot of all drafts. Again, if your evaluation is you are Brad Holmes level confident in whatever player you want, then go get him. Yes, by any means. But ultimately, I don't.
Reese Shea is just a name that I'm putting
out,
by the way, too. Like, they may have another person. I would have zero problem if they moved up to number 1 overall to grab their guy.
I'm not mad about that and getting more talent. No, but like, I'd rather see them get veterans.
Yeah,
I would. My best case scenario is they don't even make a pick in this draft.
Preach.
I 100. No, I'm with you. That was my initial thing, right? But I'm just, if they're making a trade and if that was the one, I'm cool with it. And by the way, too, I don't even think that you would be stuck at just making that trade. You can still grab your veteran piece and trade as well, because I don't think you're giving up a fortune to go up to number 1. I just don't see it that way. So you're only
definitely
4
wouldn't
picks
have
away.
to give up a fortune.
So you still have your assets to go grab those veteran pieces and the cap space to do it, because you're not grabbing all veteran guys. You're grabbing a rookie.
If you're saying it would be 5 and Isaiah Stewart, yeah, I'd do it.
Would that do it?
I mean, that's not a fortune. I think the
I don't
Hawks
think
would
that would
value
do it.
Isaiah Stewart more than a 10th grader.
It might do it.
Or a 8th grader, because like I said, the first round pick that we would be able to give him the future first wouldn't be until like 2028. So if the Hawks are in win now mode, that wouldn't do anything for them.
Oh, shit.
Unless they flip that.
These just asked about 5 and Ivy for Young.
No.
I would do that in a heartbeat.
I would do that.
They wouldn't do that.
Yeah, they would not do that.
There's not a fucking chance.
No, they wouldn't.
Only
You
get
definitely
rid of,
need more
they'd get
first
Trae
than
Young
that thing for
one
sure.
first-round pick.
Yeah.
Would you guys do Ivy, Asar, and 5 for Young?
That wouldn't get it done either.
No, I
you
wouldn't.
would need to give them 4 first-round picks to get Trae Young.
What about DeJounte instead of Trae Young?
Oh.
Might be a better fit alongside Cade. He's a great defender.
But they gave up the 3 first
Well, in
rounders for him
theory,
as well.
he wasn't that good this year on defense, but he has the tools to be.
Every day this happens to me, bro.
All right, man.
I'll write some shit down. Then when I go to grab it, poof, gone.
What the fuck?
Ripping it on.
Hey, call in. I want to hear you guys' thoughts on it. I want to hear you guys' thoughts on the Cade Cunningham disrespect. Is Cade the piece you're looking to trade? I think you all know our feeling on that one. Hell to the fucking no.
It's Rich Baldwin.
To the no. What did Rich Baldwin say?
I think he's joking. But he said, where was it? Cade and 5 to Sacramento for De'Aaron Fox.
Is this true? The stipend, we can't trade a first. So why?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. So because of basically that rule was in place because of the KG and Paul Pierce trade.
We trade too many first round picks. Yeah.
You can't trade back-to-back picks like in consecutive years.
But we haven't done that.
Yeah, but the problem is there's protections on the New York pick. Yeah. So it's not certain when it conveys. So because you're not certain when it conveys, you have to go 2 years
it
out.
It has to convey next year. It's done now.
No, it doesn't. It's like top 1 through 16 protected next year for New York. So,
but that's the last year. It's next year, correct?
I would have to double check that. I don't think so. I think it goes till 26, and I think that's why you can't trade till 27.
I'm gonna find it. I'm looking it up. I'm pretty sure next year's the last year. We'll get the facts behind it, but not before we tell you about Lady Jane's.
Lady Jane's. Awesome is when a guy can be a guy and get an amazing haircut. That's Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Stop in, sit back, relax, and let one of Lady Jane's talented stylists make you look and feel great. Walk in anytime, 7 days a week. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Congratulations to the real Coach of the Year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
Premier Pet Supplies, hands down Michigan's best pet store. Same prices and all the conveniences. The online and big box retailers with one major difference. They're family and locally owned and operated for over 30 years. With 60 different brands of food and nutrition experts to help you. Same day, local curbside home delivery. Premier Pet Supply. Give your pet the best. www.premierpetsupply.com.
What up, though? Welcome back to Heavyweights Live on WoodwardSports.com. Your boy Easy, joined by Spimo Rax, Chris, Nicholas Kohloff. Smash the like button. We also have Caleb in the building, too.
Go!
It's 2028. 2028 would be our free pick to trade. Unless obviously you decide to do the lottery. So I believe you guys are correct. It sucks. Can't do the future.
Y'all want to see my fit to the pool party yesterday?
No.
Yes.
Yes. If you have it ready. Oh my god. All right. We're done. It would have been funnier in context, but it'd be funny if we did it yesterday.
I forgot to do that. Yeah, I forgot to send that in. I wanted to actually.
The reason why we didn't play your video yesterday, by the way, too, Spinny saved you. Because what the fuck was that in the beginning of the video?
Dude, that was the Euphoria, the beat. That shit was hard.
It was kind of offbeat. We didn't know the hood.
Yeah, I had no idea what the fuck that was.
If you're proud of it, play it. You know.
I was on my lunch break real quick, and I was just like, I was listening to a song, and then I muted because I was like, oh shit, like I can't have the song playing while I'm talking or whatever. So
I definitely saved it to make fun of you later on.
What?
I definitely saved it to make fun of you later on.
Fair enough. It probably does look crazy.
You look like a lunatic.
Do I?
I had no idea. There was nothing in my mind that said,
You look normal.
yeah, dude.
I thought you looked normal.
Hey, no, you look like a crazy person.
I appreciate the save then.
I don't even remember what you said.
I appreciate the save then.
Just play it.
Nah.
We talked about it too long to not play. All right, can we? If we hit a light goal, can we play it for the audience?
Yeah.
How many likes we at?
What's the light goal? Let's see. We're at 58.
58.
If we get to
play it
200
the next time he's not here.
Are we gonna hit 200 today? We didn't got 200 live.
150.
I appreciate you looking out for me, Spencer. You're my best friend here.
Yeah, I
like that.
Like I was like, what was that?
All right.
I was so confused.
If we hit
from Euphoria,
if we hit 150 likes, we'll play the video. Deal?
Deal.
Sure, why not? Yeah.
All right, cool.
I'm his manager.
I'm his manager now.
80 likes.
Need a freak for your movie?
59 likes.
Come step right up and see the 6-foot freak.
Come on. Amazing neck.
Yeah, I just one take Drake that thing and just sent it.
What did you, dude? I can't even remember what he did. He was like,
I did the beats from Euphoria.
All right, we're listen. We had 150 likes. We're gonna stop teasing. All right, we'll just play it. 2025, it's protected through 1st through 13th, if not already settled. It's obviously not settled. 2026, we're protected through 1st through 11. 2027, we're protected through 1st through 9. It's crazy we've been that bad.
And we're gonna be that bad. They're never gonna get this big.
Yo, Joel asked me earlier. He's like, "You got any hot takes?" Like, you asked for topics. I was like, "Yeah, Pistons aren't making the playoffs for 5 years."
Chill.
That was my bold.
They
take.
aren't.
Stop it.
Aren't.
I don't think that's a hot take.
Right? That's why I said too. I was like, well, I don't know if that's a hot take.
That's not really a hot take.
You think they are, Nick?
I just need you to trust me. That's all.
Trust what though? Who am I trusting?
Cade Cunningham. Hey, reports
I was
coming
gonna
out.
say, if that's true, if that's truly all you believe, then you should be trading Cade.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. If you don't think we're going to make the playoffs in 5 years, why do you have Cade Cunningham? Trade him now.
Yeah.
Huh?
In case we do.
Okay, listen to hey, fellas.
I could be wrong.
OG Anunoby not thrilled with what the Knicks are offering.
That's scary.
That's
I saw
good.
Koo say like that's scary and exciting for Pistons fans.
Yes,
it is.
Give
Like,
him
what
the
if they
bag.
What if they offered him $40 million? And he
43. Fuck it.
I'd do 43. If
I don't know
wants
if
52,
I don't know if
Bring him in.
43 is going to be the difference to bring him to Detroit.
45.
Yeah, we're going to need to give him 47. Close to like BI, what BI wants.
I'm
he
down
wanted
for it.
35. Listen, you take this 43. You shut the hell up.
How much of a disaster would it be for the
35?
Well, that was the report.
first
Remember, we
report.
reacted to it. The report was that he's seeking for at least 35.
So what the fuck were the Knicks trying to give him?
Yeah,
It's like,
right.
We
30.
got 15, take it or leave it.
We
Yeah.
got like 22 bones.
Yeah.
How much of a disaster would it be for the Knicks if they trade RJ Barrett, who else? Quickly,
Yeah.
and then they
Quickly's
can't
nice,
re-sign.
Quickly is nice.
They can't re-sign OG.
That would be a classic James Dolan move. Like,
That'd be a Knicks ass move.
telling
Bring
you.
him in. Come on, Tom.
That would be a Knicks
James
ass
Dolan and
move.
Tom Goris are like
So funny, dude.
like Spider-Man meme. Like
I know the crazy part too is like a piece of me, and I think we said in the air too, respected Tom for getting rid of Monty
yeah.
and making that right decision. But the other side of me is like, oh fuck, he went over management again with his own choice. Like,
Yeah, did you guys see the reports coming out today? There's 4 sections in the front office.
yes,
That is scary.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to find it to read it
It's a
verbatim.
house divided.
There's a
Four factions.
Four fractions in the Pistons.
4 fractions.
Four divided by
Trade Cade. If there's 4, if we have
the big
a
white
Game of
truth.
Thrones going on in our fucking front
There
office,
literally is a Game of
nothing will have.
Is Ed Stefanski still working in the front office?
Yeah, what is wrong?
My bad, bro. I thought it was gonna go.
So
off
it's
the
got to
rails.
be Tom, the Tellums, Ed Stefanski, and then new guy.
And then Trey and company, yeah.
Yikes!
But that's crazy that, yeah, wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, that was from Vinny Goodwill of Yahoo who put that out
Who's
there.
plugged in, by the way.
Who is plugged in, yes. And he waited to drop it. So he had that news.
What the fuck are we doing, man? What are we doing? Like,
this is why I feel
they're
5 years could be a thing.
They're all in the front office, like holding guns under the table. It's like, who's gonna draw first?
Every day is just a Mexican.
I fucking hate this shit.
We are taking Matas, and you'll do nothing about it.
No.
I kind of want to
I can see
apologize.
the Tellum saying
I
that,
kind of
though.
want to apologize to Mike Valenti. Like, if that's really how it is, they should trade Cade Cunningham.
No, they
can't even make, like, if they're 4 different factions in the front office of the Pistons, nothing will ever get done. What the fuck does it, like, what?
That's
not a
why.
turf
That's the
war.
reason why I was giving Troy Weaver bail.
We need Kendrick Lamar to come in and unite these guys.
Dog, we do.
Have him at the lottery next year.
do.
Represent the Detroit Pistons.
No,
who do you
man.
guys want in this draft class?
Listen,
who is your one? If they made that move to 1, who are you guys drafting?
I don't care. I want
Taking
I'm
Dalton
I'm
Knapp.
on this factions conversation. We need to have a Game of Thrones shit. Like somebody's good.
Yeah,
like that's
someone's
we
need
gotta
a BB.
solve this shit ASAP, expeditiously.
Red
Quote
wedding
T.I.
style, no cap, for sure, dude. They gotta go. I honestly, like, Tom, you pay everybody. Let Trajan Landon do his thing, please. That's all I want. You've seen what happened the past 8 years since Aren't Telling. Like, come on, dude.
That was a quote, by the way, too, from the source. There's 4 factions in that building. Getting on the same page should be the first objective.
Yeah, it should. Definitely before the fucking draft. Definitely before you hire a head coach. What are we
That's
doing,
like,
bro?
That's like objective journalism.
this,
that's
though.
also like shady, like shading as hell. Not saying like shady is in the reporting or anything,
Yeah.
but like, you know how journalists are supposed to be objective, right, and just state facts. But no matter how you
That's
break
facts.
down that fact, it sounds so disrespectful.
I respect
They gotta get
him for
on
that
the
too, by the
cage. Or they gotta get on the same page. Man, that's tough.
Yeah, league source told Yahoo Sports recently there's 4
Trust the
factions in that
process.
building, end quote.
You think he got it from Monty?
No, I think it was beforehand. Because there was also stuff that
They
slipped
got
out.
one of the
when Vinny was
factions
on
leaking
yesterday
news
with
to the press.
E&E.
Bro, we are giving this man $65 million to chill at home. He better not be like throwing grenades on the way out.
I like
You know?
that he did it. If he did, I wanted to know this.
I think it's one of the factions. I think it's the Blues. They're out there leaking news to the press.
Shout out to my WWE fans who's picturing DX and NWO in the Detroit Pistons front office right now.
I don't even, like. I feel bad for the kids. Like, I feel like it's like your parents fighting. I feel bad for the kids. Think of the kids. Think of the players. Think of going into work and not knowing who's gonna be your boss this day.
Hell in a Cell.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Only one can make it out.
I mean, maybe
crazy.
maybe he was given Langdon the full Monty, no pun intended. Like he was just like, you're making decisions. Hopefully that's the case. There's a press conference tomorrow at 3:30.
Monty.
It'll be Monty and Gore's.
Are there going to be 4 different press conferences?
There's a press conference at 3:30.
No, there's going to be 4 people at the press conference, and they each get 30 minutes.
Yeah,
to
and they're going to
speak.
be at different tables.
Yeah.
Why do we never hear from Arn Tellum? Ever.
He's a turd.
We never hear from him at all. And if he is such a big piece of this front office, why does he never speak?
He did a podcast last year.
I think he's little. I think he's
He did a podcast where he
pulling the
accidentally
strings.
admitted that he was Dante. He has a Venmo.
Yeah.
I have a Cash App.
I have a Cash App.
You're breaking my heart.
Nick has
Nobody
a
cares
Cash
about
App.
boxing either.
And we don't care about brackets, but I'll read this because $20 is actually a lot of money. So Dante 151. He's tagging some a lot of stuff on X too. I appreciate you.
Shout out Dante 151. He's a real one.
Ryan Garcia has been suspended 1 year by the New York State Athletic Commission. Sources tell ESPN while his decision victory over Devin Haney has been overturned to a no contest following the positive test for PED. Ostrich strain.
Yeah. Makes
What do you do
sense.
that,
He
though?
was tweaking. But
PEDs do make you crazy. They make your hormones all over the place.
4 factions is insane.
4 factions is insane. But I want to know how recent was that quote? Because I can see that quote being like 4 factions, like 1. Here's Troy. That's one faction.
Yeah.
Arm tell him he's his own whatever, overextending. Gores, and the other one I think too is Monty.
But you
because Troy didn't decide on Monty. He wasn't brought in on Monty. Like,
Monty's not
I'm sorry,
the front
Troy
office.
didn't want to bring in Monty. But he's still a
you
leader
gave him
in
that
your
kind of power.
Yeah, you gave him that kind of power when you pay him that kind of money.
I've heard Dwayne Casey wants to be the head coach again.
You're right, Casey probably is
Yeah.
one. So I'll probably
Listen,
let me do it again then. Monty. No, because Casey and
But
Troy are
if
on.
we're doing some tea leaves, almost all of the candidates have been on Dwayne Casey's coaching staff. Just throwing that out there as a theory.
But they're also candidates for other jobs too, though. Like they're like deserving candidates. I want to do that.
I'm not trying to, but like, what's off the table? What's off the table when it comes to
Nothing.
this?
That's off the table though, because those
Nothing
guys
is
are
off the
actual
table.
candidates for other like jobs, like the arm tell them stuff.
No, but I'm saying like ruling out reading those tea leaves, like reading into that. Could be wrong, but I'm saying like you can't like throw out anything at this point.
Yeah, I guess at first everyone knew it was a house divided. We've all been saying there's too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to decide whether Troy and Casey were a part of the same team.
We need Kendrick to drop a Meet the Pistons, and it's just like each verse is dedicated to each faction.
Because Casey was brought in before
The
Troy.
last one's got to be the Gores.
Right? Casey's before Troy, then Troy, now Monty. I think the 4th one would be ownership.
I know the Tellums are definitely a piece of this puzzle.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
I don't like them.
Boris, Weaver, Monty, Casey. Yeah, that's probably what it was. But hey, listen, that's why I want to know the timing of this quote. Because now I kind of feel like with the new reset, with the you finally hired a president of operations, maybe it's a clean slate. Caleb, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm hoping for a clean slate. I'm hoping everything turns around. But you can't run a team when you're divided into 4. Look at the Lions. People, they have to run it like the Lions do. Everybody's on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
It's a dumpster fire right now.
Because at this point, how could there be more factions with like you got 2 guys gone? You know?
Yeah, I don't understand it.
So I think it's a clean slate.
I like you said, I would like to know who's on whose team.
Well, the thing is though is that you can assume that there's probably still at least like 2 or 3 factions because Gores and the Tellums haven't gone anywhere. So like you could be right that Troy and Monty were 2 of them, but that still leaves more divide, unfortunately. And that's the issue. Like you can't have any of that. You can have difference of opinion, sure, but there needs to be one collective decision or one unilateral decision maker rather than a collective, because if you guys are just trading ideas, like we've seen it. One person wants to spend money, one person wants to wait till next year. Like one person wants to draft this guy, one person drafts that guy the next draft. You can't build a team that way. You can't.
I'll be positive in saying this. I think that was a past quote because with everyone gone, how could there be those 4 factions? I think moving forward, it's now ownership.
I think they got a Hunger Games
in Langdon. When I come back, will you guys finally tell me who the fuck you want in this draft?
I think Gores and Tellum are separate.
I don't want to if it's the number 1 pick.
I just want to know who you want. Number 1 pick or just
I already said who I want.
Well, let me tell you this first. Go grab your celebrities. Get your golf clubs. Pack them up in a bag together. And head on down to the Randy Wise Celebrity Golf Tour. How do you do so? Just scan the QR code above my head right there, and you can join the Randy Wise Celebrity Golf Tour. Grab your celebrities, grab your golf clubs, and have a hell of a time with Woodward Sports. Tim Cole.
The game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
Yo, let me just say, I love Planet Fitness.
Trying out Planet Fitness, and dang, they got lots of equipment.
Not me getting a Planet Fitness membership just for the 24-hour perk.
Listen, the PF Black Card is worth every penny for this hydro massage. I'm a new man.
Did y'all know that the PF app has workouts you can do at home?
Cheapest therapy I can find is Planet Fitness.
All the benefits, all for less. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
I love Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today. Thank you to the Detroit Lions and Sheila Ham for the best season in Lions history. Now it's time to let Brad Holmes cook. Woodward Sports.
Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza is taking over Michigan. Locations are popping up all over Metro Detroit, known for their quality, hand-battered, hand-breaded chicken tenders, delicious chicken sandwiches, delicious New York-style pizza. Make sure you stop in at a Soroki's near you or go to Sorokis.com. Figure out where you can get some of this great food.
What up, there? Welcome back to World Heavyweights Live on WoodSports.com. Everywhere easy, joined by Smell Rax, Young Chris, Nicholas Kohloff, a.k.a. Detroit Mario, Microwave Mario. We also have Caleb in the building, a.k.a. Cecil Poole Jr. Smash that like button for real. 150 likes, you get to expose Chris. By the way, Keys, nobody was calling for an injured hooker. Nobody was calling for an injured hooker.
Yeah, he's...
I didn't even respond to this guy. I'm sorry.
He didn't make the bet.
He didn't make the bet. He's a troll.
He won't do it again either.
You won't do it again.
You fucking want one?
You want one?
That's the funniest shit.
Whoa, Bob! I put it in Slack, Chris.
Gang.
But I'll just read it. I guess it doesn't matter. This is shout out to Caleb for letting us know. It says ESPN sources: the Detroit Pistons have permission to interview Dallas assistant Sean Sweeney and Minnesota assistant Micah Norrie for newly vacant coaching job. Pistons are also planning to interview former Cleveland coach JB Bickerstaff, who will be available to meet sooner than the rest. What's the beef with JB Bickerstaff?
I just
Bickerspan.
He just got fired with Cleveland, and I just don't think he's a good coach. I think if you look at the way Cleveland,
I think he's a good coach.
I think if you look at the way Cleveland has collapsed in the playoffs, now obviously they have a flawed roster construction, but
yes,
no, man,
and he made it work before.
I don't think so. I don't think it was that hard to have a good a good defense and a solid enough offense with two all-star caliber guards, one all-NBA caliber guard, and two elite big men as far as defensively in Mobley and Jared Allen. I think it's very, very easy to craft a team that can win games in the regular season that way and crap the bed in the fucking playoffs.
That's how NBA is a talent-driven league, right? But you know how I feel with the coaching. But like what I saw with him previously, I'm ready to die.
I'm ready to die.
When I look at the Pistons,
Yeah,
we had Josh
Smith. You to
Smith.
be asking me questions.
Josh Smith, Greg Monroe, Andre Drummond. I saw like that fucking disaster.
Yeah.
He had that same situation. He made it work. Well, actually, to be fair,
he didn't have a Josh
I got a question.
Yeah.
Why are you so mad? Yo, who the fuck is you to be asking me questions?
That's the best.
JB Bickerstaff.
The Life After Death.
Yeah.
The Mad Rapper.
Yeah. That's from the previously on Ready to Die. And then it goes to
yeah. Hey, first of all, who the fuck is you?
JB Bickerstaff. I got John Blaze shit. My shit more John Blaze than that.
It's cool. It's Ready to Die shit. That was cool. That was all right.
It's cool. It's all right. I heard that Ready to Die shit. But I got John Blaze shit. JB Bickerstaff, I'm not mad. Brandon Dogs, we interviewing Sidney Sweeney. I'd go to the games if they hired Sidney Sweeney as the head coach.
Might as well.
I know Caleb would too.
With Monty out there, it was no different.
It's
Sleep could
literally
figure
the
something
same
out quicker
thing.
than Monty did last
Like,
year.
all right, let's check again. All right. But
She really does talk like that.
yeah. I'm not mad at JB Bickerstaff. It wouldn't be a dream hire for me, but I wouldn't be angry with it. I think it's kind of mid.
Oh.
Would
That's
you
what
like
I'm
that?
saying.
You love that hire, or are you just like
What?
JB Bickerstaff?
I think he's a good coach. Yeah.
Would you love the hire for the Pistons?
I don't love any. I mean, like I really like get the talent, bro.
Yeah.
No coach can do nothing without that.
It's true.
With the talent and at least pieces that at least fit. Like I can't judge any coach fairly from that point, unless you're Monty. You're just doing like that level of stupidity, BS. It don't matter to me. It really don't. I'm not in love with anyone, but what I care about is acquiring pieces. Well, I'm asking you, motherfuckers, who's the best guy in this draft?
I like Cody Williams. For where the Pistons are picking, for what they need, I like Cody Williams. He's a 6'7" shooting guard. He shot 41% from 3. He could play defense. He obviously has the lineage. His brother Jalen Williams is a very successful NBA player for the OKC Thunder. I think he would be a great fit for the Pistons. I think he'd be a great fit for any NBA team. And this is a guy who could play the 3. He could play the 2. I would like him in a Pistons uniform.
That to follow up on that quickly, because Cody Williams is probably in the conversation for my guy, like realistically, unless you trade up for Ricochet. Cody Williams also has good intel, like family. Like I've heard like good intel from like the fact that he comes from a good family. He's like competitive, like the other like intangible things we've heard on top of who he is. And if you look at his brother, and I don't like to do the brother counts because there's Lonzo Ball, there's LaMelo Ball, and there's LiAngelo Ball. Like, and those were 3 very different outcomes. So like I don't want to put too much stock in that. But the way that Jalen Williams worked to progress his game, I think if you're giving those same traits to Cody Williams, somebody that will continuously put the work in to progress their game, I like that. But I think Cody Williams is also a guy you could trade back and do that Chicago route where you trade back to 7 or 8 or 9 or whatever and grab a future first.
Who's
that to me,
who's trading up?
Somebody that loves clinging, or somebody that loves, like, again, that's somebody's gonna fall in love with those guys. I'm telling
Nobody's
you.
gonna fall in love with anybody in this class. Not to trade up for.
Everyone always does.
Not in this class.
Who do you think is number 1? The best.
Not happening, Chris.
By the way, Nick, the athletic mock draft mock toss.
I know, dude. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna fucking blow my shit.
No, I'm with you on that.
All right, before we do, I have to mention this because I would be remiss if I didn't mention it, because his biggest fan works at the network. This is not a guy I want.
He a fan.
For say he is a fan. They're both fans, honestly.
Ryan Lentz.
Yeah, Jared McCain is who Ryan Lentz wants as the Pistons draft pick. That is his favorite player.
John McCain?
Arguably his favorite basketball player of all time is Jared McCain. So that's who Ryan wants.
Do you want to read this mock-up?
I mean, he's a
Mateus?
shooter, dude. He'd be a better fit next to Cade than Ivy, I'd say.
I like Dalton.
I'm taking Dalton Connector,
I don't want
Reed
Jared
Shepard.
This show's a shit show.
Yeah,
we're all over the place right
easy.
now. What are we doing, guys?
I just wanted to get that in before you ride the Matas draw up. I would take Dalton or Reed Shepard because this team desperately needs shooting. I don't mind Cody Williams at all.
I would rather have Cody Williams than Dalton Connect.
Why is Cody Williams so low? I mean, why don't?
Because he's projected as somebody that's essentially going, like, he doesn't have the star upside. Like, he's projected as, like, the Robert Covington's type.
Nobody does.
Like,
none of these do.
Yeah, but that's what this draft is. So like when people say it's bad, I want to clarify it is bad. It's terrible in terms of star end talent or projected star end talent. A lot of these guys though are looked at as these should be solid role players or maybe even borderline decent starters. So that's like the difference. It's not like this draft just has zero talent. It's just the ceiling of the talent is projected to be a lot lower.
Cody Williams would be my pick for the Pistons at 5.
Yeah.
I think he is one of the best two-way players in this draft. I think he's the best or second best shooter in this draft. And I think he fits perfectly on any NBA team. He's exactly what the Pistons need. He is long. He's a perimeter guy. He can defend out there, and he can obviously shoot the blood out of the ball. I think he'd be a perfect fit for this team.
I'm down with that. Who do you think is going to be the star of this draft class?
I mean, you want to gamble on Ricochet just because of the tools he has, like project. But Ron Holland is someone that people are really, really high on. If he puts it together and becomes a 3-level scorer, he's got the tools physically to be a great defender. If he can become a 3-level scorer, but I think that's an issue that the Pistons have run into. You've taken guys like Saddiq Bey who should have just been role players and been like, "Hey, go be Paul George." It's like, no, like he can't be Paul George. He can be Saddiq Bey, a role player. So I think that's one that I wouldn't necessarily love for the Pistons, but I see why people like it because of the quote unquote perceived upside.
If Ricochet fell to 3, would you make the trade?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because I think at that point you're talking like I'm offering seconds, dog. I'm offering seconds to move up 2 spots. This
I'll
shitty
give you
draft.
12 second-round picks in the fifth.
For real.
Second-round picks go like fucking nickels, dude.
Yeah,
they really are. Although there's been a couple to come out recently. All right, I'm gonna read this read up on Mateus. Mateus Buzelis. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, Buzelis. Yeah.
6'9" wing, 19 years old. We talked about him before on the show too. Plays from the G League Unite.
Client.
Tom Client, is he really?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Nick. Yeah, next one saying that. This pick is mock draft to us by The Athletic, by the way. This pick is a key swing spot in the draft. League sources are struggling to determine the preferences of the new president basketball of operations, Trajan Langdon, since he wasn't running the show in New Orleans. However, the Pelicans have a history of taking long, rangy players such as Herb Jones, Dyson Daniels, and Trey Murphy. That type of bigger wing also seems to be among the most notable positional needs for the Pistons. Sorry for stuttering there. Mateus ticks that box at least, offering positional size for the wing forward role. Players with somewhat similar profiles in last year's class, such as Charlotte's Brandon Miller and Memphis' G.G. Jackson and Washington's Bilal Coulibaly and Whitmore, put together promising rookie seasons while flashing skills they didn't consistently display in the pre-draft process.
No! God, please, no! No!
Yeah.
26% from 3. Yeah. All I gotta hear. And that fact that he's a Tellem client. Get this dude off of any single mock draft to Detroit. If we draft him, I'm gonna blow up. I swear. It's gonna be insane. Boom!
He's just gonna spontaneously combust.
It's gonna combust. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, like Reed Shepard, Cody Williams. Those are the guys I'm looking at.
I like Dalton Connect a lot too.
Dalton Connect, I wouldn't mind either.
I would lose my fucking shit with draft Mateus as well. I'd be pretty fucking.
I think I really like Cody Williams though. I think he's a perfect fit. He's exactly what we need. He is a 3-and-D guy. He at his floor, he will be. I don't know. It's hard to say, but like, I can't think of it. A 3-and-D guy. He'll be an NBA player. He'll be what every team needs in the NBA. So
I got a question for you guys when we get back regarding one of these prospects.
Klay Thompson?
Who is it? I don't hear it now.
Regarding Reed Shepard.
First, tell us where to get some insurance.
Brandon Dog says Bronny. Would you rather them draft Berzelius or Bronny?
Bronny.
No, right,
it brings LeBron.
I'm bringing him LeBron too.
It's not bringing LeBron.
Maybe
LeBron would make him force a trade.
I would rather have the
and then we could get someone from the
yeah,
Lakers.
Exactly.
Hold him hostage.
Who the fuck do we want for the Lakers?
Did you see what Austin Reeves said?
Yeah,
that's great. He goes,
keep trashing Detroit when you,
yeah. Somebody asked him like, come to the Pistons. He's like, I'm going to Detroit.
Austin Reeves?
Yeah.
I mean, he already did that during the draft.
Yeah, guess what? LeBron likes Caruso more than you anyway, white boy.
Damn. Wait, he said that like recently on X or some shit?
He said it at a golf.
Yeah, he was
Why'd
like
you say like Rick Ross? White boy.
White boy.
White boy. I love
That's funny because he's probably not going to Detroit because me and Spinny
were
complimenting his ass.
Big
Booty Reeves.
We were calling him thick for sure. Corey Joseph looked at us crazy, bro.
We're for sure the reason why Austin Reeves is not going to Detroit. I guarantee.
No,
during the draft, he was standing like 5 feet away from us, and we were like, "Damn, you thick boy."
Big Booty Reeves.
Yeah.
During the draft, he wouldn't come here either. We were going to take him in the second round. He said he wouldn't sign.
Yeah, it's true. He's a picky little bitch, and I don't want him.
Yeah, and he's never going to win a ring.
Yeah, you'll never live up to the white ego that Alex Caruso did.
You'll
never be Mike Miller. You'll never be Alex Caruso. You'll always be LeBron's at least 4th favorite white guy.
Bitch.
You'll never be Adam Morrison or whoever that Charlotte bust was.
Birdman. Like, come on.
You'll never be Cody Zeller, you scrub.
Kyle Anderson. Tell us about Swiss.
Well, with the first pick in 2024 NBA Draft, the Detroit Pistons select Swiss Insurance, Woodward Sports, and Detroit's top pick for your insurance needs. Keep your current provider honest and price them out with Swiss today. That's Mark at SwissINS.com or call them directly at 313-530-1698.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists. Enjoy a precision haircut, hot lather neck shave, scalp and neck massage, and a hot towel treatment to top it off. Enter for your chance to win the $50,000 Perfect Bracket Challenge. With more than 25 Metro Detroit locations, there's always a Lady Jane's near you. Lady Jane's Haircut for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Congratulations to the real Coach of the Year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
Dispo Dispensary is your local campus plug. Check them out. They got 6 locations more across the great state of Michigan. Visit them online at disposhops.com. Deliver right to your door. Dispo Dash is Dispo, your local campus plug. Nick, you promised something.
Figure it out.
Did you figure it out?
I didn't figure anything out, but one of the biggest draft busts that we had was taking Luke Kennard over Donovan Mitchell. But speaking of Luke Kennard, can Reed Shepherd be a Luke Kennard type shooter, but with better defense?
Yes.
And could he be a fit on this team at 5? So that sounds kind of like what we need.
Yes. Yeah. Reed Shepherd would be great. I would love to get Reed Shepherd at 5. I don't think he's going to be there at 5.
Yeah.
But yeah, he showed that he can defend at a high level, and obviously he can shoot at a high level at Kentucky. So,
how would you feel about that, Easy?
What?
No, he's a shooter. We need shooting. I don't want to pick at 5, bro.
I don't wanna.
So you want to pick at 1 or not pick?
Yeah, I want the stud or
I'm
trade him for a vet.
I'm team trade back now. I'm team trade back so you can get something.
Get what?
And get an asset, something.
You still get Cody Williams.
And Cody Williams, like I don't think Cody Williams is. I think it's a reach for Cody Williams to be taken at 5. As of now, that seems to be the conversation. Because again, guys like Matas were projected as the number 1 pick at this time last year. So, you know, the fact that he's 5, again, a team could talk themselves into that, being like, hey, this guy had a bad season, but he was a projected number 1 pick in this class. And this class is a crapshoot anyways. He's got star upside. So I think that guy, Cody Williams, is in that next tier right below that. I think you could trade back, get him, and an asset, which will help you down the line because you got to rebuild this war chest of assets if you want to build around Cade. And if they're all the same level of like prospect relative wise, then you might as well trade back and get an additional asset.
No, I'm with you. I just fucking hate the state of this team.
I'd rather trade the 5th pick for just like an outright good player, but that just doesn't seem like in the cards.
Caleb, where are you at with Reed Shepherd?
I like Reed Shepherd. Another guy you mentioned that I really like is Dalton Connect. I think he'd fit in just fine, shooter for us. But I don't like it. We keep saying it. There's no reason for us to pick at 5. Like we're just gonna add another.
The only way you pick at 5 is if you trade Ivy. That's what I think it is.
Yeah, but if you trade Ivy, it's probably packaged with 5 to get something.
Yeah, no, so Ivy's not enough by himself right now.
But other pieces. Like
but you could get like 2 good starters that fit your team more for Ivy, maybe. Like that's what you're looking at. Like I don't know, but I'm looking at or a starter and a bench player, like some type of package.
Does this guy think he is? Kid?
Some type of package, though.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. I agree with you. I don't think you're getting 2 starters.
Yeah, no, 2 stars was probably a stretch, but a starter, a starting caliber player, like just a solid starter, and maybe some bench piece for Ivy. I think that's kind of his value right now, and maybe you just do that and you move Ivy for instead of the 5th pick in Ivy for a star. You get like a decent player or 2 decent players, and you kind of go from there, and use free agency and other picks or whatever to reassess yourself that way. So I'm with you. Whether it's Ivy, Duren, whoever, if you're selecting at 5, you're probably trading one of those young guys because then you got you got 5 guys on your roster that you put significant draft capital
you're
in.
not gonna run out there with 5 guys under 20.
Yeah, not after what you saw I did last season.
Your best players can't do it.
I dove deep to the draft these past 2 years, and I haven't this year. I just
this draft class just ain't sexy.
It's not sexy, and I don't want to fucking draft at 5, bro.
I know, I don't either.
Cash in and I know we can't make the move until draft night, if I'm not mistaken, or no, you can post lottery. How's that work?
Yeah, so you can agree in principle, but you can't execute the trade because of the stipend rule with the Pistons. You can't trade this draft pick until draft night.
The Ivy hate is unreal. It's not Ivy hate. It's just not gonna fit. Not gonna fit. If you think it is, I don't know where I'm applying to this person. I never respect her takes.
Alan W says, Chris, you act like teams are dying to get Ivy, but we're not getting 2 players for him. But again, it's all relative. Like if you're a rebuilding team, you're going to sell off pieces and there's going to be teams that are rebuilding. If Atlanta decides to rebuild, you could get Bogdanovich, the other one, the one we didn't have, and something for Ivy.
And DNC ENT says not necessarily just Ivy. We just can't run it back. It can be Stu, Duren, Wiseman, someone, maybe 3 got to go. Wiseman should not be on this team next year at all. I think 2 of Asor, Duren, Ivy, and Stu need to be traded.
Yeah.
2 of those 4 players need to be traded. And you need to get veterans in here that are actually worth a shit. Not fucking Monty Morris. Not like you need actual veterans who can play basketball.
Not eat up $15 million in cap space for Joe
I
Harris.
think 2 of those 4 guys need to be moved, and you need to build your team around Cade Cunningham.
Yeah, and you can't, and the 2 young guys you can't trade can't be like Sasser and Stu, the guys who are projected bench players, because then you run into the same problem of having to invest significant time in development in Ivy, Asar, Duren, and Cade. I think at least one of those 4 have to go, and obviously we know it's not Cade. So you're talking one of those 3, I think, have to go. And then from there, Stu, maybe Sasser, I guess, but you got to get one of those 4 because those are the guys that you're investing significant time and development in.
TNC. I just re-looked at our roster hoping to see Hope, and I just got depressed again.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
That's how I've gotten throughout the show, like,
It's tough.
slowly but surely.
Like that why we say Ivy is because he'd give you the most return out of the young pieces you have to move.
If we trade
Duren.
If we trade Ivy and pick number 5 for an actual
disagree with
starter,
I like Duren.
Ivy and 5 for a quality starter, and then sign OG. You got Cade, OG, the quality starter, Duren at the 5. I can see that working with something. That's where I would start if I was this team.
Like I said, it doesn't have to be.
Doesn't have to be Ivy.
It doesn't have to be Ivy, but it's got to be 2 of those 4. I don't think you can run out there with that 5 again and expect anything to be different. You need to shake it up. It didn't fucking work.
Speaking, Brent Dogs talking about making clips. You want to clip something about Ivy? How about you clip before the draft when I said Ivy wasn't going to fit here? Put that one out there too. Feel free to clip this.
I don't want this. This Wiggins shit is terrible. I'm
like
not taking
Wiggins.
on-
You get Wiggins really cheap.
Yeah,
right now.
but
Is he
for
free
3
agent?
years?
No.
I think he's got 3 years left on his contract.
Yeah.
And
But I'm
that's
saying
like-
he fell apart. And
Yeah.
Some nasty rumors were spread about him that weren't true.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, it was kind of our doing.
I didn't know.
I don't think. No, I'm saying. I'm saying.
Oh,
us as a
Braylon?
network.
People that work here. I
Yeah.
know. People clipped it.
That one blew up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Millions of views.
Sucks.
It just wasn't.
Would you guys take him?
It's rough.
It just wasn't.
To not be true.
Would you guys take him?
Wiggins, yeah.
Wiggins, yeah, I'd take.
What would it take to get him? Ivy?
That's a great question.
What would the
Asar?
Warriors want?
Would you guys trade Asar for Wiggins?
What? No, they're getting rid of that contract.
Hasar's always the first one.
They're
on
getting
there.
rid of something. Yeah.
Would you get rid of him? Is this the time you guys are gonna do it?
That's how I am with Ivy.
No, I know. I'm just kidding. I just hope Asar can learn
Wiggins
to
got
shoot.
2
That's
years
the only
left in
reason
his-
why I don't
Yeah.
think that he can be a quality starter on a playoff team is because I don't think he can shoot.
Wiggins got 2 more years left in his contract for like $25 million. Yeah.
Seems like a bargain.
How's he from 3-point? I feel like he fell off last year.
36%.
Wiggins has been
36%
terrible
from
since
three.
the finals.
That would be great.
Let's
To be
keep it a
honest,
buck.
just in his career, he's never really been.
Yeah.
35.4.
He had one good
Put him at the
run.
four.
Well, actually,
He had
last
one
year-
good run in a
He had
contract year and
36%
cashed
last
out.
year
I don't
from
like
three.
this guy.
How many games did he play?
71.
Wow.
Shot 36% from
Did
three.
not feel like that.
I did not feel like that, no. Yeah, 36%. Previous year, 39. Previous year, 39, 38,
Yeah, I'd do
33.
it. I'd do that for sure.
Asar?
I
don't
don't
wanna
I
give
don't
him
know,
a
man. That personal reasons, like that gets in the Ben Simmons, Markelle Fultz area, and it's just like
Well,
that's,
it was
those are
not those
dicey.
reasons.
No, I know.
I mean, if he played 71 games last year.
Yeah, but he was a shell of himself,
But he's an NBA champion, Chris.
dude. So is Timothy Mozgov, but we're not trying to
That's a good point.
break the bank to sign him.
I'm down for KCP too, by the way.
I would definitely
Yeah.
bring back KCP. But
Like, I think
Yeah,
at this point,
for
too, you need, like, I
those
think
are the type of
those
guys
two-
you need.
I don't know about Wiggins as much, but like KCP, I think it'll be a culture piece.
They're only good as fifth
No
options,
cap.
fourth at best. Brandon's dogs, bro. Y'all want scraps again? That's what we're gonna get. We're not gonna just trade all of our shit and land a superstar.
Yeah.
We're talking about we don't want any of these guys. We're not gonna get superstars for her. We're gonna get fringe guys like Andrew Wiggins or KCP, like rotational guys. That's what we're gonna get. We're not gonna land a superstar unless we trade all of them at the same time.
And Wiggins at $25 million? Like, that's a bargain. You're talking about paying $25 million for Claxton right now. So I would definitely rather have Wiggins than Claxton, personally.
I don't know.
Aaron to the Stone. I think I agree with him the most. As of all former Pistons, I'd say I'd only want to bring 2 back. KCP and Drummond. I'm with him. I would be happy with both those guys.
Yeah, Drummond.
And you can still afford to go grab a big piece.
Drummond pay him the fucking league minimum to be a backup. I'd be fine with that.
Can I negotiate below the league minimum?
Below the league minimum?
I would present that contract to him like, this is the absolute lowest we can offer you. Yeah. I just want to be clear. This is the minimum you can make as an NBA player.
How about 20 an hour?
Legally, I cannot offer you lower than this.
That was Reds is saying MPJ.
What?
Michael Porter Jr. is who Dad was Reds was.
I'm not mad at that, but that,
Again, I want complete players.
Yeah.
I don't want players.
I think at this point, and I'll say this, and we continue talking Pistons and move on from it. I don't care either way, but I look at and it's a different sport. But I look at what the Lions did, and I feel like they brought the culture pieces in first. And I know KCP is not the superstar, but I remember him being like a sparklight for us.
KCP is not a bust.
Even when he was here. Yeah. He's not a bust. He was good for the Pistons.
He was streaky, but he was a good player.
And then he gets put in winning situations. He won a championship with the Lakers. I think he set the finals record for 3 points made. Yeah. Then he won another championship with the Nuggets. That's a culture piece at this point.
You put him on this team with Cade Cunningham next to him instead of Reggie Jackson, and you'll see a better version of KCP.
Yeah. The culture piece is what I'm looking for. If you're going to just go grab a scrap piece.
Tell us about the morning show, Nick.
Every single morning. When you wake up, if you are not putting on Wake Up Woodward, you are doing it wrong. Make sure you wake up with Woodward every morning, 8 to 10 a.m., live on Woodward Sports. Check it out.
So just to get the heated steering wheel, I also had the spring for the bigger rims.
Yeah, that's how they get you. Those upgrades will cost you an arm and a leg every time.
Hey, new car crew, how'd it go this weekend? I got a great deal on mine.
How?
I went to Randy Wise, not those other guys. They got me in a great new ride, and they didn't break my budget. Hey, could you pass me the sugar?
How? Never mind.
He made the wise choice.
Yep.
Make the wise choice at randywisechevy.com.
Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts Woodward Sports. Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza is taking over Michigan. Locations are popping up all over Metro Detroit. Nope, wrong one. Les Stanford. What happens when you run a great business? For over 50 years, you expand and offer more products to more people. That's exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC. The same great service to customers who've come to know and trust on Woodward Avenue, just south of 9 Mile. Check out Les Stanford in Dearborn today and find the brands you want at lesstanford.com. Les Stanford, together, let's ride.
I was a half a second away from changing.
Brandon Dogs, brother, you think they're grabbing somebody, they're winning next year? You think the Pistons are winning next year? You Pistons are grabbing pieces and they're going to win games. We're going to win games because you set a franchise all-time low. But you think they're like playoff win? Like, what are we doing, guys?
What are we doing?
Whatever.
Good question.
It stresses me out and depresses me at the same time, to be honest with you.
I would take Wiggins and OG. That'd be sick. That'd be a great offseason in my eyes. You get Wiggins, OG, Cade.
No more Asar.
I don't even know if you have to give up Asar, but good guy off the bench. That's what I would say. Great defender off the bench. You need him to come lock up some players. You can do that.
It sucks too because all these are so hypothetical. There's not even like shit pointing towards this shit. KCP to the trade for.
I mean, we have so much cap space.
We're gonna end up with like
Malik Monk and
Nick
Claxton.
Yeah, and I don't even know. I'm trying to think of some random ass player than Kyle Anderson and just win 12 games.
Oh man. Listen, that's the question. That's $1 million question, though. Is how many people do you actually want to keep on this team?
Like I said, we should get rid of. I'll say 2 of the 5 of the 4 players I named and the 5th.
I'm over it.
2 of those 5 assets should be moved to bring in veteran pieces.
I agree.
Well, Caleb made a graphic today. You want to save it for tomorrow?
Oh yeah. Well,
let's just save it for tomorrow.
You can't.
Oh,
no spinning tomorrow.
Run it.
Well, you can do mine.
Fuck you.
I'll be mixing drunk as fuck.
Nope.
I think they're the number 1 offense in the NFL.
I like doing this because it became conversational. Came a little bit heated when we did the receivers. I know it'll be the same today because I feel like there's almost an argument for everybody.
Let me go first. I can go first.
All right.
All right, throw mine up there.
Top 10 offenses, by the way.
Top 10 offenses in the NFL. Number 1, I got the Houston Texans. I think the Houston Texans are going to be the best offense in the NFL. I think CJ Stroud is going to win MVP. Number 2, I got the Miami Dolphins. I looked over and I was like, yeah, I can't not put these guys in the top 3. Number 3, there's the Detroit Lions checking in. Obviously, I think they're going to be better passing the ball with Jameson Williams, with better pass protection for Goff. I think they're going to be slotted right around where they have been the past 2 years. Number 4, I got the San Francisco 49ers. Obviously, Christian McCaffrey, Kyle Shanahan, George Kittle, Deebo Samuel. They have a bounty of weapons for Brock Purdy to use. Number 5, I got the Philadelphia Eagles, adding a play caller like Kellen Moore, adding a Saquon Barkley to go with 2 fantastic wide receivers. The offensive line is going to take a little bit of a step back, but I don't think it'll be too much. I think they're at number 5. Number 6, I got the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, you got Patrick Mahomes, you got Travis Kelce still. Yeah, everybody's getting arrested, but Patrick Mahomes could throw to mailmen and they'll still be a top 10 offense. At number 7, I got the Baltimore Ravens. You got Zay Flowers taking a step up. You've got 2 fantastic tight ends in Likely and Andrews. Lamar Jackson, read option with Derrick Henry is going to be unstoppable. So as long as those guys stay healthy, they're going to be a top offense in the league. Number 8, I got the Los Angeles Rams. You got Puka, you got Cooper Kupp, you got Matt Stafford. You added who did they add? Who did they draft?
What?
Blake Corum.
Yeah, you added Blake Corum to spell obviously Kyron Williams in certain situations. So give me the Rams at number 8. Number 9, I got the Green Bay Packers with Jordan Love, with all those young receivers. I do think they take somewhat of a little bit of a step back with Josh Jacobs compared to Aaron Jones, but still, I think they're going to be a threatening offense. And then at number 10, this was between 2 teams for me, but I went with the Atlanta Falcons. It was between them and the Pittsburgh Steelers, but I went with the Atlanta Falcons because I think if Kirk comes back, he's healthy. They have a bounty of weapons. They have one of the best offensive lines in the NFL. Wow. Drake London's a great receiver. Kyle Pitts is a great receiving tight end. They have a good two-headed monster in Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algier. And yeah, Kirk Cousins will take him over the top if he's healthy and ready to go.
One name in there I didn't see. Should I wait?
No, what name?
The Bengals. You don't think Joe Burrow and those offensive weapons are gonna?
Yep. Nope. Fuck the Bengals.
Your explanation is
out for the year.
Yeah.
I pounded them, but no, they didn't make my top 10 either.
Who is their running back this year? So they don't have Joe Mixon anymore. Did they add a running back?
I don't know. With those wideouts, though, I mean, they're running it back is what it sounds like with T. Higgins. And
sounds like they're running it back with T. Higgins, but that's going to cause a little dismay. I would take those offenses over the Bengals. Maybe you could put the Bengals over the Falcons.
No Pickens and Steelers.
That's the Steelers. It was between the Steelers and the Falcons for number 10 for me.
Mm-hmm.
But
Zach Moss, who's actually
Zach Moss
is
solid.
good. Yeah, Zach Moss is straight as fuck. I just don't know what's happening with T. Higgins. They did draft Jermaine Burton though out of Alabama. We'll see what happens with that one. However, just as it was with the wide receivers, the actual top 10, please. Bang!
Chiefs number 1?
Number 1.
You think the Chiefs are going to be the number 1 offense in the
Patrick Mahomes, Rashee Rice, Xavier Worthy, Hollywood Brown. They actually got a running back too in Pacheco.
Can't catch a cold. They had Pacheco last year.
I know. He's good. Pacheco's good.
Yeah, but the only difference is going to be Hollywood Brown, and he can't catch.
Hollywood Brown, Xavier Worthy.
It's literally Kadarius
Year 2,
Toney,
Rashee Rice, Travis Kelce. Mahomes got it.
All right,
The things that made them the best offense in the league 2 years ago with Tyreek Hill, They got it, and it's speed. They grab speed. I think Xavier Worthy's more than just speed. I think he's, a lot of times these combines, you see the guy run the fastest 40 and just, this is that. They dissipate after that.
Sounds like the
Poof,
opposite of what
disappear.
you were saying at the combine.
I say he's more than, no. I said that. That's a statement. That's true. Guys who are in the 40, they dissipate. They usually do. I didn't think he's going to be a first round pick. But what I say about him, if there's any team he goes to where to work out, Kansas City Chiefs. Lo and behold, it happened. They acquired more than just him too. Number 2, the Houston Texans. They have a similar offensive-minded coordinator, I should say. That's like the Detroit Lions. That's like Kyle Shanahan. That's like Sean McVay. It's very X and O oriented. However, the difference they have, C.J. Stroud.
Yeah.
Dog. He could drop back and make anything happen. He really can. He can break the plays down. He doesn't need everything perfect to go around him. I think that's a plus they have. Maybe, obviously, the Rams got Stafford who could do that a little bit. Showed you a little bit more mobility last year as well. But the Houston Texans have all the cookings, all the makings to have a top 5, top 3 offense in the league. Who am I to not put them in that conversation? Number 3, we agreed on this one, Detroit Lions. We talked about it yesterday. That's why this topic came up. Mina Kimes, disrespect. Detroit Lions number 3, man. I think year 2 Gibbs, him in the passing game involved. You guys like Alvin Kamara? I'm smelling a little bit of that. You got Dan Campbell, who was there with Alvin Kamara too, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
We have their version of smash and dash. When you had Mark Ingram, Alvin Kamara, well, we got Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery. Number 4, San Francisco 49ers. Kind of disrespectful to put them this low because they've been that dominant force in the league offensively for quite a while. However, I hate when people predict injuries. I just don't know that McCaffrey could keep up.
Also, you got a receiver in contract negotiations.
Receiver in contract negotiations. You have a rook who maybe does his thing, but we'll see. Miami Dolphins got to be in the top 5. I don't care where they are. They just got to be in the top 5. At 6, I have the Philadelphia Eagles. At 7, I got the Green Bay Packers. The Eagles. If you want me to go, do I need to expound on the Eagles? Are we kind of good? Okay, we all know that. What are you whoa-whoaing about?
The Bills at 10.
The Bills at 10. Josh Allen's commanded top 10 offenses. Like, you think Diggs was the offense?
I mean, I think a receiver was the offense.
They got your boy Keon Coleman.
They do, but I don't think.
I think Josh Allen's going to deliver.
James Cook looked pretty good at the end of the year.
James Cook actually did start to look pretty good. Nick? Oh, yeah, you got to get closer.
James Cook looked pretty good at the end of the year last year. I will admit that, but 10's a little steep for the Bills. For me.
They got Curtis Samuel as well. Keon Coleman, Curtis Samuel.
I like Curtis Samuel.
Mac Hollins. I actually do like Mac Hollins.
Mac Hollins.
Think this guy's career's probably dead at this point, but they got Chase Claypool as well.
Chase Claypool's a bum, too.
Dalton Kincaid, Dawson Knox. Dalton Kincaid can take another step forward, too.
Dalton Kincaid's a dog.
What do you guys think Keon Coleman's stat line looks like rookie year, being the guy in Buffalo?
700-800 yards.
Smart.
Yeah, I was done. I don't remember the rest of my fucking list.
Lay him her.
Put that shit back up.
Lay him. Give him a lay.
All right.
Yeah, no, I got them at 10. At number 8, I had Los Angeles Rams.
Our lists are pretty similar.
Did you have the Rams yours?
Yeah.
Where were they?
I think they were at 8.
They were at 8. Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Got Rams at 8.
Cooper Kupp leading them there.
Did you have the Ravens?
I did have the Ravens.
Nice.
I think they were at 9.
That's pretty cool.
Or no, they were at 7 and the Packers were at 9.
You had
Yep.
LA at 8, Baltimore at 7, Packers at 9.
Yeah.
All
Our
right.
lists are very similar.
Who got it right, boys?
It's
so
tough.
None of you guys have the Bengals.
I don't know.
in the top
I like
10.
Atlanta.
Don't be scared to disagree with him, even though you
No,
like Atlanta.
I like Atlanta a lot this year, and he slid it in the top 10, so I'm going to go with Spenny. I'm sorry. And I don't really like Buffalo this year also.
Seems racist.
Nick?
I think both your guys' lists blew. No, I'm just kidding. I like the Bengals in the top 10 there, but I like the Bills over Atlanta's offense. I think the Atlanta hype train's getting a little too crazy, so I'm going to go with easy.
Microwave Nick.
Let's go, Nick!
I think saying, Atlanta has the pieces, but I gotta see it. Like, I'm not buying the whole Kirk Cousins thing at all. So
Yeah.
I would think
Why wouldn't you buy the whole Kirk Cousins thing?
Because he's coming off a major injury and he's old.
That's true.
He's
Nobody
done
talks
nothing
about
but produce
It
every
is the
year.
Achilles.
Nobody talks about how he's coming off a major injury and he's old.
Think about
Spartan dog, bro.
planting your foot, ripping it. Like Aaron Rodgers at least has arm strength when he's ripping that thing.
Kirk Cousins doesn't have arm strength now?
He
What are
don't
we
got
doing?
Aaron Rodgers' arm strength.
He does. He's got a stronger arm than Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
I would let
All
Pat-
right.
I
He's
would
got a
let
stronger
Penix.
arm than Matt Stafford. Like, Kirk Cousins
What?
has a
Kirk
howitzer
Cousins?
attached to his arm. He is the best quarterback in the history of the NFL.
Look at Brandon Harris. Mind blown. He did not know the Bills got Curtis Samuel.
I didn't either. I like Curtis Samuel.
So now you place them in your top 10.
I'm not.
And you move the Atlanta Falcons down.
No, I'm
and
not.
the Bills and Josh Allen. You call Josh Allen the best dual threat quarterback
He is the best
in the
dual threat
league of the
quarterback
history.
of all time.
In the league of the
And they got your
history.
boy Curtis Samuel. And I know you got a fancy bias for Curtis Samuel too.
I do have fantasy bias for
So you better
Curtis
put him in
Samuel.
that top 10, boy, because it ain't adding up.
Honestly, it makes sense. Like, I'm not mad at it.
Dalton
now.
Kincaid
Nah, yeah, I like Dalton Kincaid a lot.
taking
too.
a leap.
Yeah. I'm not mad at it. Like I said, I'm not mad at it at all. But I'm still putting the Falcons.
It's a little
What's
sophomore season.
what's the read?
Oh,
Soroki's.
Already crumpled up my paper.
What is it? The merch?
Was it the merch?
Head on over to
Damn it, Chris, it was you.
woodwardsports.com and click the shot tab today and get yourself some brand new merch. They got hoodies, tees, hats, all that guaranteed to turn heads. Head on over to woodwardsports.com, click that shot tab today and get yourself some brand new merch.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Drive into summer and drive into savings during Feldman Chevrolet's biggest Memorial Day sale ever. We're stocked with new Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs, all priced to move. Like this 2024 Silverado for only $217 a month, or this 2024 Equinox for as low as $199 a month. Find your freedom in a Feldman at the Memorial Day sale going on now at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Thank you to the Detroit Lions and Sheila Ham for the best season in Lions history. Now it's time to let Brad Holmes cook. Woodward Sports.
Attention, sports fans. Don't miss out on expert sports injury insights with Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. Join Dr. Pierce every Tuesday during BDE and Thursdays during Ermanni and Edwards with Maz, where he offers top-notch injury advice. Trust the guys that DMAC trusts. Dr. Jeff Pierce is here to keep you in the game and performing at your best. For more information, visit MichiganSportsAndSpine.com or call 248-426-9944.
Beth waited that long just to make a
Just
face.
to do that.
What a fucking nerd.
That's all the time.
Well, that'll do it.
She never waits for you. That's a lie. She waits
She's
for
waiting
me.
for me now.
She's waiting for me right
Once
now.
I'm done with my hoeing phase, that's there for me.
She's waiting for me.
Well, that'll do it for
See
us
ya.
today.
Jared Goff does all the cooking.
I'm off tomorrow. Again, shout out to my boy Scott and my girl Jackie. They're getting married tomorrow up in Port
Wait,
Huron.
wait. The hockey game's tonight?
Yeah.
I thought it was tomorrow.
Game 6 tonight.
No, it's tomorrow.
Game 6
tomorrow.
is tonight.
It's tomorrow.
It's tonight.
Or said it's
Yeah,
tonight.
I honestly don't know.
It's tomorrow.
I know they didn't play yesterday.
It's tomorrow.
Oh,
then-
yeah, because it was 2 games. Yeah, 2 days. in
Then
between.
Monday.
Friday,
if
8 p.m.
that's
Let's
it.
go.
Yeah, because they're going back to
We going on tomorrow?
Edmonton
Oh,
for Game 6.
Hey, I'm about it.
Yeah,
I'm down.
It'll be
Damn, it's a Friday.
Monday will be
I'd be
Game
down.
7 if it happens.
can't wait to see
Monday
Toronto
we're
lock
going
up
off for show
Puka.
if it's a game 7.
Monday will be Game 7 if it happens. But
Looks like I'll be at the bar on a Monday.
again, shout out to Jackie, shout out to Scott. Excited, gonna have a lot of fun tomorrow up in Port Huron. Nick will be on the desk.
Packed
Impress your
Lions.
dog.
Packed Lions tomorrow.
For Easy, for Nick, for Caleb, for Chris, I'm Spencer. Appreciate you all watching. They'll see you guys tomorrow. We're the Heavyweights. Peace.